We're here, I think. Okay. Hi. Welcome anybody who's in the channel watching this. Hi, we are Adventures in Lollygagging. We are playing Genlab Alpha tonight, which is a mutantyearzero tabletop role-playing game by Free League. We're in, I think this is episode or session 8 by now. We're in a bit of a pickle. We do a bunch of other things. Ash is going to tell you about every single one of those things right now. Go, Ashley, start.
Oh, me? Okay,
Pick
so
one.
we do a podcast on Monday.
There you go. What's that? What's that? Pick
It's
one.
our audio only, A Call to Ruin.
Yay.
It's with this Y-hander RPG system, and last time... Oh, I'm not going to do that because I don't remember where we left off in audio for people.
Don't worry about that. That's not important. Okay,
yeah.
And then let's see what else we do. Long we do we do something on Thursdays. What do we do on Thursdays?
Yeah, we're running a campaign on this Vihander channel. It's Vihander RPG. We get together and we're running a little side story. This is a series of short stories. I think we're about to have a finale on our first one.
Finale will be this Thursday for sure. It's gonna happen. I'm very.
We're
excited.
gonna die.
I mean, maybe. It's definitely in the cards. Okay, and then let's see, what else do we do? Also, I started up a new game. Melissa and I did last week on Mondays on our channel on twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers, the channels. So it's on Mondays at 7 Pacific, 9 Central. We're playing Heart, the City Beneath, which is a kind of a horror-themed narrative RPG. A lot of people equate it thematically and aesthetically to Darkest Dungeon, if you've ever played Darkest Dungeon, the video game, which is very, very good. So that's cool. And then, yeah, that's good. Hey, Derek, what happened last week? Or like, when was it? 2 weeks ago? We played 2 weeks ago? What happened?
Yeah, it was basically 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, from what I remember, everything caught on fire, and that's where my memory goes blank. But before that, I believe we were trying to find some mountain people near the cat tribe.
Yeah. Mountain lions. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And that's as far back as I remember.
Do you remember what they were called?
It starts with an M, right?
Ashley's got it. Ashley, what are they called?
The Magnums.
Yeah, like yeah. I was making a GoldenEye joke. Okay. Logan, do you remember anything else? Can you add to Derek's missing memory? What else did we do?
Yeah, when he went feral, we took refuge in a cave, and we started hearing a great buzzing sound.
Yeah.
Discovered a very large swarm of insects.
Yeah. So,
Eric remembered that, but Chai wasn't there for it. I was just RPing that part.
That's fair. Okay, so to flesh, so we also had some personal stories. So Helena's starting to get investigated for her murder of Cicero. So there's a cat
we were
named
lovers.
I mean, that's what you claimed. I don't know where I have my voice there.
Alleged murder.
Yeah, but a cat named Secundus is actually investigating Helena now. That could be interesting. McCloud is starting to get a small following, though one of his flock, Slippy, who is trying to kind of impersonate McCloud, or at least like in an homage sense, has been getting roughed up a bit by some of the lodge guards. Hamill and Cujo have begun to suspect that maybe Chelios, this hunter, this badger hunter, might be not all that he says he is. He's just ascended to like some apex hunter rank and might become a tribe elder soon. And Cujo is starting to wonder whether or not his wonderful hunts have resulted in all sorts of different resources might be aided, perhaps, by the Watchers. And then Tchaikovsky, when you were in your habitat, you witnessed a cell, at least a alleged cell of reptilian resistance members get captured because they were talking to the wrong people, trying to recruit. And then there was a raid, and then mysteriously, this group of alleged reptilian resistance members who were on trial and hadn't yet been sentenced suddenly disappeared. And so that's pretty much everything last week in terms of the personal
Very
stories.
George Orwellian for that resistance cell disappearing.
Yeah, it's so strange. It's weird. Okay, so you guys came then to the cat habitat. Helena got a lead, being a cat member herself, about the Magnums, which is a group of mountain lions up further up on the peak, on the western peak of the valley, and en route you all encountered a wildfire that was sweeping through the forested mountainside. As you were looking for cover, good old Tchaikovsky went feral. There was a stampede of shamblers, like this group of shambletusks, I think they're called shambletusks, that came burrowing down. No, that's not right. Barreling down the mountainside, and then as the four of you went into the mountain or into a cave, Tchaikovsky didn't. He went crazy and disappeared. So we're gonna pick up inside the cave. Fire's still raging. It's been literally 15 seconds since everything happened 2 weeks ago. You all have found a corpse laying on the floor of the cave, and when you inspected it, you could tell that it pretty much all of its fluids were drained away from it, and it's just like this hardened, crispy shell, not because of it was burnt by fire, but you can see that there's all these puncture wounds. And then that's when the buzz started to happen, and you now are face to face with this massive swarm of some kind of insects that is barreling down on you all. And so you have behind you, about, let's say, 10 yards behind you, is the fire that's raging outside, and now you have this big insect swarm. What do you want to do?
That's a really good question, Jeff.
Clicker heals together 3 times and
Is there any alternate paths in the cave that we can see?
It's relatively wide, so you could try to move past them if you like. I would ask for a move test to try to do that.
I can burrow, so I'm just.
But the last 2 times you've done that, you kind of had that wild look in your eye.
How many feral points?
The last 2 times I did that, I got new animal powers. Yeah. So
are you up to 4 now? I think you've maxed out. Yeah, you've maxed out. How many feral points does everyone have?
8 this session.
I'm at 3.
I have 4.
Melissa and Long?
5.
5 in each. Okay, cool. So that puts me at 25. I have 25 to work with. And don't forget that every time you take some sort of trauma that you're always popping up your feral points as well. It's not just from the start of the session. You also have to take feral points whenever you take trauma. Okay, so this thing's coming at you. It's still a few yards away. If you choose to stay in the cave, I'm going to ask to roll initiative. If you try to do something else, then
I'm going to take, if I can take my club out and then grab some of the loose clothing off the desecrated corpse.
Okay.
And then wrap it around my club and try and light it on fire if the fire's close enough.
Okay. All right. So you see Cujo wrap it around his club, step back, light up, and as the swarm begins to descend onto McCloud, you shove the kind of club in its face, and you can see that there is a reaction as if this gnat storm kind of backs up a little bit, and you can see a few of the whatever these bugs are begin to burst and fall to the ground. And more cautiously now, kind of the whole swarm is trying as best it can to avoid the swinging of the club. What are the rest of you doing?
I'll just swat at it if it comes near.
Okay.
Not really gonna avoid it or anything.
Okay. It is very much near. So go ahead.
Normally just spin your propeller and blow them all away.
Why don't you go ahead and roll a no nature check for me there, McCloud, and you can do this with a +1 mod.
That didn't work. Oh.
It's lagging. I rolled it.
It wouldn't be mutantyearzero on Roll20 if we weren't lagging.
No.
It's pretty much our life. Playing around with some music. Okay.
That's a pass.
You would know that just trying to swat at this with just like a regular weapon is going to be completely ineffective, and that you're more than likely going to have to do something what Cujo is doing is making sense, trying to attack it with fire. If you have any sort of explosives on you, a grenade, for instance, that might also help. Mutant powers might work for you, but just conventional weaponry or conventional like claws and slings and stuff, it's not going to have any effect whatsoever.
Okay.
Sorry, the grenade's still on the couch.
Is it? We'll see when we get back to the reptile trap.
Uh-oh.
I was digging around in the tabletop audio, and I was seeing if there's any sounds that might work for MUTANTyearzero, and this one was pretty decent. Okay, Helena, Hamill, what are you doing? You're seeing Cujo just try to swat somewhat effectively, but this swarm is pretty huge. What are you doing?
Trying to. I trap things, so I'm trying to see if there's any way that there's sort of a.
These are too tiny to be a
cloth that's on the body that I could kind of hold up, kind of a large quantity of cloth.
At this point,
get behind.
I'm gonna say the swarm has overtaken the body and is sort of slowly, between its dodging of Cujo's swings, occasionally getting closer and closer, and then being held briefly back, and it's just constant kind of move forward, back up, but trying to like dive out. I'll ask you to make a move test if you want to try to reach out and grab something from the body. The body's not very big, so a couple feet tall maybe.
I have alcohol. Like, I think I have 1 bottle left.
Okay.
I failed my roll.
Okay.
And the alcohol that I make can be used as a fuel source.
Mm-hmm.
So
You could do like a Molotov cocktail.
So I'm going to let them get one. So while this is happening, as Hamill reaches in to try to grab a piece of cloth, it's going to go ahead and the swarm is going to wrap a handful of its inhabitants around your arm. And as you pull it away, you can see all these different mutated looking bugs covering your skin and your clothing. And it's going to go ahead and make an attack. Now, there's good news and bad news to this fight attack I'm about to roll. The good news is that these things have no skill in fight. The bad news is that they have 7 strength.
Oh.
You want to re-roll that?
I love how that says Nat Storm
Kind of tempting.
in all caps.
Yeah. It's because I put it in the player box. I didn't realize it was going to display like that. But that'll be a success. And so you're going to take 2 points of damage there, Hamill. And
okay.
I need you to... Let me see if I can do this right. Do you have any armor?
No.
Okay. And then I need you to roll an endure roll. This just doesn't count as an action. And so as you yank your arm away, you can feel bites and stings going all over your body, and an immense amount of pain, just like lightning, starts just completely shooting up your arm and into your shoulder and into your chest. And the rest of you can hear her suddenly howl in an intense amount of pain. It's probably the most amount of pain, physically at least, that you've felt your entire life. It's just absolutely and utterly painful.
You just hear this like high pitched squeal, and then she'll try to like go under the body.
Yeah, and you're effectively like kind of tightening up and can't really do much currently. Like you just almost not technically paralyzed, but like essentially paralyzed in pain. Helena, what were you gonna do with your Molotov? Possibly, you said you were doing something with alcohol.
I'll make it into a Molotov, so she'll rip off just like a little piece of her bottom of her dress.
Okay.
And then pop it in there and reach close enough to get some fire from Cujo, and then toss it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a ranged like a
Shoot.
Well, I guess it would be a shoot, right? It is ranged. Yeah, go roll a shoot test.
Ooh.
You want to push that?
Sure.
Okay.
Try it. Nope. So what's agility? So I took damage in agility.
You'll take it's just very tiring. It's a very heavy bottle of booze. It's incredibly heavy. Maybe you singed a finger or something like that. And just...
Yeah. Instead of like throwing it at the gnats, I like throw it on the body.
So it explodes and it kind of hits everything. So it hits the body and it still hits them as well. So they're still going to take this sort of damage. And you can see all sorts of little bugs suddenly grow alight with the fire that explodes from it and begin to fall down to the ground itself. When you look behind you guys, you can see that the fire itself, the wildfire, is beginning to sort of die down a bit outside. It was almost as if it was like this big giant wave. There's still bits of fire out there. You can see a lot of embers from trees and bushes, but there's not this oppressive wall of fire that's blocking your way out anymore. So you can step out if you want. There's smoke everywhere. You can already start feeling the cough, but Hamill is still racked in pain and kind of unable to move. And this thing is still swarming around, and if not for Cujo's swinging back and forth of his makeshift torch.
I'll use the diversion of the explosion and run towards Hamill while kind of swinging my torch to keep him back.
Sure.
And then I'll pick up Hamill and then kind of run towards the exit, calling out that the fire's gone. We need to get out of here.
Okay.
And then as I'm running, I'm going to try and throw the torch, losing my mace, but I'm going to try and throw it towards the storm to kind of disperse them a little bit.
Okay. So she's small enough and you're strong enough that I'm not going to make you roll a force. And so you reach down, you grab her, and you drag her out. And then when you chuck your torch back in, go ahead and roll a shoot check.
Do better than me.
I mean, you can push.
I'll push.
Okay. And then again, you see it land, and it kind of again gets a couple of them, but it's just not this direct hit that would probably disperse the whole thing. They charge after all of you as you're running out of the cave, but with more air, there's a little bit more room to move. You can see that there's all sorts of bushes and tree branches and such that are on fire, so you have more access to fiery things if anybody wants to do anything. Right now, Cujo is still carrying Hamill, and the storm is descending upon the two of them. So Helena and McCloud, is there anything the two of you want to do to aid on this?
Yeah, I'll run outside and see if I can grab like a fiery branch that's still ablaze.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what do you want to do with it?
I'll use that to swing at the swarm.
Okay, so you're just gonna crack a branch off and then go melee on it, then roll a fight check.
What is with our rules?
He pushed it. He got it. He got it.
Gracious.
He got it.
And so that's gonna do a couple more points of damage, and you can see that you get a good swath right down the middle, and these things are starting to fall off even more. Helena.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay. Same roll. It's easy enough to find something on fire. It's probably not something you want to hold on for too long. And you grab...
Big damage.
You managed to grab a fairly large tree branch that had a lot of vegetation on it, and it is just aflame, and you pick it up and swing, and it's like this giant, like... what are those things called? Like, not like a feather, like those... never mind. But like a duster, like a big old duster brush that's on fire, and you sweep through it. And you can see that the storm that you're dealing with has started to really shrink a little bit. And Hamill, go ahead and roll another endure test for that pain. It's going to also, I think, try to 50-50. 1, 2, 3. It'll go after McCloud. 4, 5, 6. Helena. All right, so it's going to take one swipe. It's going to try to get on McCloud a bit as it's going to dodge around his swinging and see if it can get anything onto him, which it does. And you also need to roll an endure test for pain.
I did.
No. This is for McCloud as they swoop down onto them.
Okay.
I can't defend this.
You can defend this, yeah. If you want to defend, you can defend. Since we're basically in combat at this point, I just didn't have you roll initiative. But if you want to roll defend, go ahead. Okay, so take 2 points
All
and
right.
then roll your endure. And then Hamill still seems to
Endure.
be in an immense amount of pain. But the good news is that with multiple people with fire at this point sweeping around, and with it having access to the air, it begins to disperse. And like a wary animal that's considering whether or not to flee or to continue attacking, it takes the former, and it starts to kind of buzz off in a different direction. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Derek got it. Thanks, Derek. Okay. So you have 2 people on the ground in McCloud and Hamill, just racked in pain, and it is quite literally coursing through your body. You're like your muscles are tensing, and it just hurts so much.
Helena's gonna attempt to heal Hamill first.
Okay, go ahead.
Just imagine there's just god awful squealing happening right now. It's just this like high pitched.
And there's no blades of grass to shred because they got burned.
No, there's not. And any sort of movement is just excruciating. So it's like having to sit still and be in pain.
I clicked it, but I'm gonna click it again.
It'll probably just roll twice now.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is what happens when you run scripts. It just takes a little bit longer sometimes, and plus it's just lagging. I don't know. And all
Yeah,
of
Have you
mine is
tried
working
downloading more RAM?
it's
Download it.
it's on site. After a few minutes, after Helena attends to them a little bit, they do seem to finally, the pain starts to relent, the bites, but you can see that there's probably 100 little tiny bite marks all over your arms and your necks from where you were bitten, pus kind of coming out of some of them.
Gross.
Helena, you're pretty sure there's not like poison in here. It might have just been insects burrowing inside and like maybe laying eggs or something like that you're gonna have to keep an eye on as time.
Too bad we
progresses.
threw our source of alcohol at them.
Cujo,
I can make more.
Cujo, you're able to go and retrieve your club inside the cave once the storm, so you can kind of hang on to that. And what are you all doing?
We lost to Chai, so we need.
Yes, this is what I'm doing back here.
So we need to find a local
Everything's
Starbucks.
fine.
We need to order another chai.
Everything's fine.
Order another chai.
No,
Am I a simple Starbucks drink?
he's irreplaceable. Do you want me to like just manually roll?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know what's going on. It's just taking forever.
So instinct.
Oh, there's Long's Endure.
rolled an endure roll like 20
Oh, there
minutes
it
ago.
is.
And it goes through finally. So what are you all thinking of doing?
So
You're missing Chai.
Do we have any sense of what direction he was in, or even where to start?
I mean, you could try to backtrack a little bit. The problem is that this whole area was swept up in fire. It might be difficult to find tracks. So you can roll a hunt check, and I'm going to make it a -1 modification on that check, simply because of like all of the grass and the vegetation that was here has been burnt up, and so you can't look for like broken twigs and things. That doesn't really help you anymore.
I was out of my mind, so I couldn't do the Hansel and Gretel thing and just leave scrap pieces in my trail.
You did have a wagon with you, so maybe they can find some.
Listen to
detritus.
squeaky wheels, yeah.
Okay, so and that is in fact what you start to notice. You're not able to find any prints. You're not able to find any signs of like broken twigs or stepped upon leaves. But you do notice that there's a handful of just trash and debris. And you think it's trash and debris. But Chai thinks it's wonderful.
It seems to be in kind of like a succession of things that don't belong here.
And you begin retracing your steps a little bit, but then starting to head east. You reach a kind of a cliff face about maybe about 20 minutes away, 15 minutes away, slowly maneuvering. You can still see the wildfire in the distance, like this just strange wave of fire, just still going far to the east, like a wave in a stadium for a sports stadium. And the little trail that you've been following ends at this cliff face. You can't really head eastward anymore in a safe manner. I would ask you to make some move checks if you wanted to. When you look down the cliff, you can see probably about 50 yards, or excuse me, 50 feet below, there is all manner of bodies. And you remembered back before the fire first came that this herd, this family of shambletusks, these large pig-like creatures that maneuver around a lot of these mountain and forested areas, was running at you. Dodge out of the way, and you can look down and you can see that some of them are singed, some of them are broken. There's a little bit of squirming and such down there. And you see that down below, you see the wagon of Tchaikovsky.
No. So I imagine I'm out front and I'm just sort of circling around and waiting for everybody to catch up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help her see if he's around her somewhere.
Okay. You scan the area. You look. You like pick up rocks. Hello, Tchaikovsky. No, and there's you don't see him up here anywhere. You start to do the math, and you're not sure if he fell or if he just went a different direction or what. But seeing his wagon below gives you kind of an indication that he might have fallen off.
So is this like a sheer cliff face, or is this something that a weasel might be able to like get down?
You can certainly attempt
relatively safely.
You can attempt a move test to go down. Sure.
And if you fail, then you'll fall to your death.
Possibly.
Sure. I'll try and scale down.
Okay.
See if I
So
can get closer.
the two of you roll.
Aim for the bushes.
Wow. Do you even know what the reference is? Do you even know what that's a reference to, Melissa?
Jumping out of something on just
Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Samuel Jackson.
Aim for the bushes? That's right. Okay, so yeah, both of you make move tests as you start to climb down. You passed? I didn't see it. I just see your hunt test.
Oh, sorry.
So the two of you begin climbing down, and as you get about halfway down, your hands slip and gets a little dicey here and there. You periodically come across what looks to be a piece of trash or something from Tchaikovsky, like a used pair of underwear, like hanging from a branch sticking out still of the cliff or something like that. A Kleenex box, empty, but it has like a bunch of seashells in it, strangely enough.
So one thing that I would have tried to do when we were still kind of coming up to the cliff is trying to collect the stuff. So at the top of the cliff, there's this pile of the things kind of as we were walking along that I was kind of picking up.
Okay.
So if we were ever to make it back up to the top, there's a little pile of trinkets that would have been Chai's.
I'm going to try and reset my API here really quick to see if that might help us with our lag. So that sometimes helps in the heart. I don't know. Restart the sandbox. Okay, so the two of you do manage to get down. We'll figure out whether or not you took any trauma once your rolls clear up. But the two of you make it down. Helena, McCloud, you're still up on the cliff looking down. What do you want to do?
I want to heal McCloud.
Okay.
I rolled it, but it's pending.
Yeah, it was the 5d6 heal test that you rolled before.
That was for for Hamill.
That was for Hamill. Okay, so we're waiting on the other one. You can try again now. I just reset the sandbox, so hopefully it'll be faster. We'll see. To figure out something else with this. This just isn't. It's kind of annoying every time we play. Okay.
Oof.
So that's success. You get one heal. You can heal him. If you're just trying to heal damage, you can heal him 1 damage. Unless you want to push.
Oh, was his physical trauma?
Yeah, his is physical.
Yeah. So I took a new talent that I totally forgot about.
Okay.
Surgeon. I've learned the art of stopping bleeding and treating severe injuries. I get a modified +2 roll to heal.
All right, just roll 2 more d6s. It's just normally.
Oh, by the way, I just became a surgeon. No big deal.
Thank you, sweet hot sauce.
Finished medical school.
Okay, so that's 2 successes. So you can heal both points of damage that he suffered from the Nat Storm. Thank you very much.
Nice. I was 1 from going unconscious.
Okay. Now you should punch him. Okay.
Just donkey punch.
just remember who's in charge.
Hi,
Matt. Okay. Let's see. And then Looks like Cujo failed his move. How did your move go? Re-roll it, Hamill, at this point.
Okay.
Do you want to push that, Logan?
Hamill succeeded.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay. So we'll say it's an exhausting climb down, and maybe you're a little frustrated by the fact that like little tiny Hamill is just like boop 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 boop, like really easy, like Plinko from Price is Right, and just makes it all the way down without much effort. But you're gonna take a little bit longer to get down and kind of scrape your hands up a bit, and by the time you hop down, she's already like run around like for a good 15 minutes. Hamill, what do you want to do when you're down here? You find the wagon. The wagon is still got a few things in it, but there's a lot of debris around. You can also, it smells delicious here, by the way. This is just a bunch of burnt up pigs. It's just like a bunch, it's like there's about a dozen of these, fairly large, much bigger than you, being small. These creatures are kind of awkward there because they have their bones are constantly growing, and they get to the point where they just start to break, and it's a very painful death for them when they get to an older age. But looking around, like you can see that either they've all been burnt to a crisp, but some of them have like shattered, and you can see bones. It's a very gruesome sight. What do you want to do?
Hamill wants to use Hunter Instinct to try to get a scent.
Okay. So you sniff around, and it smells delicious. It just smells wonderful. So you're using feral, an animal power?
Yes.
Okay, so how many points does that take?
1.
Okay, roll a d6 and avoid, try to roll in the middle, like a 2 to a 5, and you're good. Because it's one of the others bad. I always forget which. Okay, roll another d6.
Shit.
Well, it's going to be a 6 now, right? That's the rule. Did I ever put up the shorthand for this? Nope, I didn't.
I think this is where she loses the ability to speak.
Okay.
If I'm remembering off the top of my head here. I can look it up real
Sounds
quick.
familiar.
Thanks. So Cujo's still climbing down, and you're trying to get a scent, and it's really hard between this wonderful aroma of roast pork, but you do smell something very odd, like an aberration to it, and you go to... As you concentrate, your mouth begins to water a little bit at the sight of it. You get a little confused with all of the different things hailing, kind of attacking your senses. But somewhere in the middle of this giant pile of meat, there's an aroma like underneath it coming out.
So I'll try to see what I can do to dig in there.
Hamill loses the ability to form human words, can only communicate through primitive animal sounds. Can still use all your skills. To simulate this effect, you as a player should also stop speaking, other than to describe the actions of your animal. After D6 days, you regain the ability to speak.
Roll a D6. See how long this takes you. 3 days.
This is the second time Melissa's gotten this one.
She likes this one, though. It means she doesn't have to talk. But you can make some sort of strange grunts and gestures and whatever. By the time Cujo comes down, slowly he's down there, and the two of you start pulling away.
So I'm going to be just spinning in circles over an area that's clearly...
And it's hot too. So like you're pulling some of these away, and your fingers are kind of getting burnt. But there you find underneath it a unconscious and beaten and bruised and battered and burnt chameleon friend of yours. Just laying there, breathing, however. It looks as though somehow he came over the cliff, but being part of this big herd managed to cushion some of the fall from him. But he doesn't look good. He is actually broken.
Ooh.
Derek knows this.
Can I roll for a coup de grace on...
You don't have to. Just say you're doing it. Done.
Just kidding.
Who's going to get you cool weapons?
I'm going to call up to the group and say we found him down here. He's barely alive.
Hamill's going to try to kind of burrow under his neck to try to like get him up,
Okay.
to try to like get his head up, just kind of like burrow under.
Looking, I mean, like it's going to be a pain in the ass to get him back up the cliff is the problem. Either Helena's got to come down and heal,
Yeah.
or you got to find a way to get him up here. And I would say Cujo going back up, I'm going to make a negative mod to climb back up since he failed his way going down. He's just probably exhausted at this point.
I'll come down.
Okay. If you're coming down, and if McCloud, if you're coming down, if whoever's going down, I want to move test.
McCloud does have a propeller head. I think he should get a +1.
Just float down.
Mary Poppins.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend
Exactly.
a feral point,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use my tail.
Okay.
It gives me a +2 mod to my move.
Sure. Go for it.
So that's a D6 first.
Well, roll your
That's
move.
good.
You can roll your move. Oh yeah, roll your d6 for it. Okay. And remember, just punch up your move skill twice.
Yep.
And then afterwards, you can shrink it again. Are you coming down, McCloud, or are you staying up?
I'm gonna spend my time up here, see if there's an easier way down instead of climbing.
Okay.
Agility, I will push.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you could see an easier way down.
So
I think I scried for the other day. I don't remember.
as you, I think you. I can't remember what you scried for 2 weeks ago. It's a long time ago. As you're coming down, Helena, even though you're using your tail, your balance is fine. You do slip and fall the last several feet. You manage to, like a cat, land on your feet, but it takes a great deal of effort, and so you're going to take 1 point of fatigue from the exhaustion of it. McCloud, as you're searching around up here, there's no easy way down here. You do recall that if you headed back west, probably about 30 minutes of a hike, you can probably find an easier slope going down.
How do I heal fatigue again?
Fatigue is drinking water.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to heal little Chai-Man.
Okay, so you gotta heal him once, and that'll basically get him up again, and then that'll put him at 1, so he's no longer broken, and then he can start recuperating and eating food and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
I'm not gonna backtrack, so I'll just make my way down.
Okay, roll that move test then.
Whoa.
You guys are not rolling well tonight.
I'm blaming roll 20.
Well, it's actually rolling okay now. So, all right, so Long,
I have so many dice.
Long, it takes you an incredibly long amount of time to come down, and by the time you do, you are effectively exhausted, and so you can go ahead and take a point of fatigue as well. And then the heal does not go well. You just can't find an injury. You're not sure why he's unconscious. He just there doesn't seem to be any broken bones. You're not really sure exactly what it is.
She's a surgeon. She doesn't know smoke inhalation causing unconsciousness.
At this point, Cujo, you notice something in the air about 100 or so yards to the east. You see a drone headed in your direction. You're not sure if it's coming to you specifically, but it's coming from the east to the west. Probably hasn't caught sight of you all just yet, but it will very, very soon if you don't clear the area or whatever it is you want to do.
You said we're kind of at the bottom of a cliff. There's a bunch of kind of dead things around us, right?
Yeah, there's a good dozen or more Shamble-tusk corpses all over the place.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of grab Chai a bit and say, I spotted a drone and gonna try and climb underneath one of these Shamble-tusk bodies with it.
I'm doing the old Luke Skywalker.
Tauntaun.
Presumably everybody else heard that. So what are the rest of you doing? Are you all trying to hide?
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I'll try to hug the cliff face under some rock or something.
Okay. Are you trying to? Okay, you're just trying.
I'm just imagining you climbing down and just yes, exactly.
All right. Everyone, go ahead and roll a sneak. And I'll say anybody hiding under the bodies can take a +1 mod for that.
I'm unconscious. Do I have to roll sneak? I'm just
No.
RPing that.
Hey, Matt, how you doing? You're. I think Derek's screen is frozen. Look how still he is. Look at that.
not seeing
Okay,
it.
there he is. He was so still. I thought his screen had broken. Oh boy. Okay. So, let's see. Nice, very nice. Matt might join us for a couple sessions from time to time in Genlab when his
that would be
schedule
cool.
permits, which will be
Looking
really, really
forward
nice.
to it.
That'd be fun.
Would he take over Truffaut and have him accompany us?
No, I think you said you're playing a moose. I think he's going with.
Oh, nice.
So I'm not sure if you figured out profession, but yeah, yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. Okay, so let's take a look at these tests. Long, you're good. Helena, you're good. Cujo, you struggle a little bit. We'll say you manage to hide, but you get burnt as you go underneath. There's still some embers left, so take a point of damage as you pull Tchaikovsky underneath. The drone starts to fly over. McCloud, you probably still have vision of it from your position. It doesn't stop or hover. It just seems to kind of be going through some kind of route. You watch as it continues to fly over you a couple 100 yards west and then starts to fly up the mountain. Again, still trying to maintain a certain height above the ground, as if it's trying to get an understanding or a measurement of this wildfire that happened. It seems to be really focusing on some of the damage. But after a few minutes, McCloud, you probably let everybody know that it's time, that it's okay, coast is clear, and you all pop out. What do you want to do?
I want to drink some water.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat some food.
Ew, we're just eating and drinking in these corpses.
Yeah, I'm down.
If anyone's a meat eater,
So metal.
you could probably like scavenge or take some rations.
Yeah,
from this
could
dude.
I take some rations?
Sure. Roll a d6. You got
Nice.
You got 5 rations of pork.
Finely smoked pork.
Only
Also like to do the
if
same.
your animal, by the way, is a carnivore. If your animal is not a carnivore, then you probably don't want to eat this.
Give me that meat.
Are we all carnivores?
Seriously, I'm the
No.
hunter and I
No.
get one.
No,
I, in fact, only eat fruits and vegetables. Why would
Same
you
with the
stop me
apes.
roasting meat?
apes only eat fruits and vegetables. I think rabbits are also vegetarians.
Yeah.
Cujo, why didn't you stuff me into a giant orange or something?
There's actually very few
Rats.
carnivores. It's
Mostly omnivores. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to camp out for the night? It's getting a little later in the day, and Tchaikovsky's hurt. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Can I try another heal?
We'll say after a little while, you settle in,
Like we settled.
get away from the stench of these dead bodies, because you know that there's going to be other creatures that are going to come with the scent of this. Go ahead. So this is much later.
Yeah, it's a free luau.
We'll say it's effectively tomorrow. I'm pretty sure you can only do that heal once a day to kind of boost him up from his broken state.
Do I need to refresh my roll 20 again?
No, it's not you. It's just lagging, and then I restart the sandbox from time to time. Did you press a roll? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just being slow. Try it again. Something Valley of Death. Okay. Do you want to push?
I'm gonna push it.
Oh,
Just
that.
can't get a success.
Bam! 3.
There you go.
Perfect timing for my background change.
All right. So 1 pops him up. We'll say the 2, you can take 2 health back, Derek, as Tchaikovsky has finally been salvaged to some degree.
So question, my strength was at 0, but its max is 2. So the first one gets me back to 1. And
Yeah,
I put the
we'll just roll the
second
other 2 over. Yeah.
Yeah, so it could go to agility then?
That's, no, it would
Okay.
take you to max.
Max, gotcha.
Yeah. So because the first one is just literally just popping up. It's like making you capable, and then we'll say the rest can.
Right.
Since Hamill can't talk to anybody, she wants to try to think about that fire, the movement of the fire, and just see if there was anything that she's ever heard stories of fire.
You can roll
kind of
no
moving like that.
nature. Let's see if there's a mod for this. There might be a lot of these no nature rolls for like phenomenon and for what's not. Sometimes they have mods. You can roll +1. So make sure you eat your food for the day, drink for the day, etc., and then you can continue on your journey.
It's thinking.
Okay. Wildfires are not entirely uncommon, so you've seen them before, but you don't know any specific. There's no specific details. There's all sorts of strange phenomenon that befall the valley, some far odder than this, in fact. But it happens. Happens from time to time. No clear understanding or cause. But eventually everyone gets their wits about them.
Speaking of wits, quick question. So wits is restored by sleep. So is it a full night of rest? Because I was at 3. Would that restore me to 5 or just 4?
No, you go to your max.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know like with fatigue, you have to drink like 1 ration of water to restore 1 point.
It just maxes you out like when you sleep.
Oh,
yeah.
I misunderstood that then. Okay.
Pretty sure. Okay. Are we going back up the mountain?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there water nearby?
You can roll.
I have extra rations if you need.
Okay, yeah, I was out of water.
There you go.
I'll give you 2.
All right, thank you.
Nearby streams have been evaporated by
Tainted.
the fire, and it's going to take a little while for them to replenish themselves. Let's say. Okay. So you begin to ascend the mountain once more, and as you climb, it looks a lot different now. It's suddenly not nearly as green. It's brown. Trees in all directions have been horribly charred. But the further and higher you go up the mountain, you're starting to see more signs of greenery, as if it only kind of hit a band on the sort of the foothill area. So the further up the mountain you go, the more and more. The colder and the windier it also starts to get. After a couple hours of hiking, you don't really there's not a whole lot of activity. You don't really notice a lot of like creatures milling about. You don't notice any major signs of sentinel activity anymore or watcher activity. You start to see a small little sliver of fire, a little plume of smoke beginning to rise up about a ridge above you. You're kind of trying to follow this like a switchback path back and forth as best you can. When you get up to the next ridge, you can see nestled between a handful of trees that still seem to have some level of vegetation. There's a couple half-broken walls of cobblestone or stone in some way, and kind of a lean-to tarp that's covering over top it, flapping in the wind. It's like a camouflage tarp, so it's almost impossible to see. And if not for that tiny little bit of smoke that you presume is from a campfire, you probably wouldn't have even noticed it. What do you guys want to do?
Ooh. Cautiously approach.
Okay.
Cautiously.
Okay. Roll to cautiously approach. I don't know this. All right. You start.
I believe that's a sneak, isn't it?
If you want to sneak, you can. Sure. It's up to you guys.
Yep.
I don't like. Oof.
Do we want all of us to sneak up or just the people who have skill in it?
If anybody's moving up and wanting to sneak, just roll a sneak. If you're moving up, then say so.
Yeah, I am.
And if you're not, if you're hanging back because you don't want to give anybody away, say that too.
I'm too big.
Yeah, I'm gonna
stay
hang back.
a bit.
Okay.
Likewise.
So Cujo and Tchaikovsky are hanging back. Hamill is moving forward. Helena is moving forward. What is McCloud doing?
I'll just hang back until it's safe to whatever they're scouting.
Okay.
I feel dumb for the healer. I'm being like, I'm gonna herp derp go up here.
Okay. You're also the only cat, so that might
That's
have
true.
a benefit. So did you roll your sneak, Hamill?
I did.
Okay. So the two of you begin to very carefully and quietly scramble up this ridge. And as you get closer, you can hear the sounds of
I succeeded.
people moving about. And as you step closer, you can see that to the right and to the left of you, there are these rock walls that go up, and there's little trees that you can see on top of them. And as you step past them, up this path that leads to the this breakdown cabin, you see these two cats step out from behind the trees that are on the ridges to the right and the left. Both of them holding what look to be bows and arrows, and they got them drawn and they're looking at you. They haven't fired. And when you turn your heads back down, you can see that there is a kind of crazed looking mountain lion standing in front of you. Come out of nowhere, basically.
Okay.
And he's got this cleaver in his hand. It's dripping blood. He's got look like coveralls of some kind, and they have a little name tag. You can't even tell what it says. It's human text.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got this crazed look in their eyes, this black mane that kind of runs down, and it almost seems stylized in some way. And it says, looks like you're lost.
A little bit, to be honest. We got caught by that wildfire.
Well, glad to oblige you. Now all you gotta do is turn right around and get the fuck out of here.
And Helena will just kind of like, sure. But I did bring, and she'll pull out her beer that she got for them.
Well, now. All right. Keep talking.
We haven't been properly introduced, but I'm Helena 7.
I know who you are. Yeah.
Really?
I know your sister, too. Fucking idiot, that one.
We're a little bit different stances, and
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you see just suddenly hawks a loogie to the side.
Yeah. No, but I was heading up here because I heard about the drone you guys took down.
You heard about that, huh? I'll tell you what, I'm going to amend my instructions from just a moment ago. This is what you're going to do. You're going to set those there bottles down on the ground. Then you're going to turn around, and you're going to get the fuck out of here. How about that? Sound better? And you hear like a squeaky voice from behind. Yeah, that sounds better. And you can see like this little mountain lion with like a mohawk going down the middle.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I don't have really any points in like sense emotion or anything.
You can still roll it if you've got base stats if you want.
What about dominate and just amend the deal in your favor? How about we get the fuck out after we talk with you?
I don't have points in dominate either.
Oh, never mind.
Still roll it.
No, because dominate can initiate combat.
Absolutely can.
I'll try sense emotion real quick.
Okay, go ahead. It's just standard. No mod, plus or minus.
Nothing.
Okay.
Am I close enough to hear what's going on?
Probably not. Probably not close enough. You can, if you want, roll a scout. We'll see if you can see the two figures that stepped out from the ridge. How about that? All right, so go ahead and take a point of instinct damage there.
Yep, I already took it.
You pushing, Cujo?
I can also try to scout, I guess.
Okay.
I'm rolling nothing today.
Everyone's rolling pretty bad tonight. It's pretty bad.
And lots of zeros.
Helena is gonna bring up her particular talent in making as a moonshiner. And offer if they let us camp in this general vicinity for the night that she'll make some more potent moonshine.
For the night, it's like barely day. It's still morning. What's wrong with you?
And but
Got
she'll
plenty
be-
of time to get back down the mountain. And if you stay here any longer, I got a surprise for you. Dewey back here is going to show you a shortcut. Right off a fucking cliff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hamill's useless to you because
I know, you can't
You're
talk.
completely
She's just
useless.
running around under
I
your
love
feet.
how it's, oh no.
Failures left and right. You guys don't see any of this happening. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. He takes a
okay.
step forward, kind of puts
Helena
the
will
cleaver on the
just-
back of his shoulder. Scoot.
I'll be frank. We were wondering.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This should be good.
How do you feel about the resistance?
What do you mean? How do I feel about them? They don't put food on the table.
No, but neither do the Watchers, really.
No, I done took care of a few of them in my day.
And you've caught quite the eye of quite a few people with how you've dealt with the Watchers.
Flattery might help you here.
We need some strong recruits.
Do you now? So you're saying to me that you're a resistance member? Is that what you're saying? This little fictitious play group that runs around thinking that they're all mighty and noble and shit. How many Watchers you take down?
So far 2.
2, huh? Well, interesting. What kinds?
Crawlers. So they're a little smaller, but I specialize more in healing. And she'll like pat her bag.
Crawlers, huh? You mean creepers?
Or creepers.
They must call them something different down in civilization. But I'll tell you what, a little baby, a little kitten could take one of them out. We took ourselves out a beautiful set of drones, and not them Mark 1 drones. That son of a bitch was a Mark 2. Yeah, no one takes out a Mark 2. So let me tell you, I don't think that there's much you can offer us if you're only walking around killing tiny little kittens. That didn't come out right. If you're killing tiny little creepers.
I mean, that's me in particular. We did.
Derek does look like Jesus.
I don't like that it's all on me.
I know, this was, she can't talk.
I know.
You are the only cat, so it does make sense for you to do the talking. Do you want to attempt to dominate? But he looks pretty confident.
I know. No, because I don't have shit for dominate.
It'd be like when Simba tries to scare the hyenas away.
He's
Right.
gonna walk up boldly and just reach out and try to take the bottles from you. Why don't you hand that over here, dearie?
Yeah, and I'll hand it over. I was already planning on giving it.
Okay. Dewey, why don't you show these two ladies how to get the hell off our mountain? And when you come back, we'll have ourselves a cold one. Not that they're cold, but I hear that's a phrase.
So does he kind of turn around at that point after he grabs him? Does he go
Yes.
to turn back around again?
Yes.
Okay, so at that point, Hamill is going to kind of take off as quick as she can back to the rest of the group
Okay. Yeah.
because they haven't shown up, and so she's kind of like wondering where everybody is. So she's gonna skedaddle.
Okay. And he turns around, he sees you leaving, he's like, quick one, that. Not much of a lip on her, I guess.
No, she's a bit feral right now, unfortunately.
Ain't we all? Ain't we all?
Yeah. And so are you really content with just letting the Watchers just run all over everyone?
Oh, we ain't letting the Watchers run all over nobody. They ain't run over us.
Don't you want just more?
More?
Yeah.
And he like opens his arms up and he's like, look at here, dearie. We got everything we need. We got shelter. We got companionship. We got food and freedom. and we got ourselves some shine. And he holds up the booze. I think we're doing all right. I think it's you who need something from us. I think that's what's going on here. And you just...
And I'll admit it.
Okay. All right. Come on up. Come on. Let's go. Let's hear this. Let's come on up. And so he invites you into his little area. And when you go up into the little building, it's like there's like two walls that are still intact. There's like a camo thing on top of them. There's a couple little hammocks and makeshift areas for sleeping, and you can see a small little fire in some pots. And he sits down, starts drinking a bit. You see the other little skinnier mountain lion with the mohawk, just kind of like he's kind of like looking around.
Hype man.
Yeah, it's ready to go. Listen, I'll tell you what. How many are with you? Be honest now. Ain't no way just the two of you came up this mountain.
Oh no, it's not two of us. There are 4, 5,
Five, yeah.
including myself.
All right. Well, maybe there is something you can do for us. You see, one of our number has gone and gotten himself, shall we say, in a pickle. He has been absconded with by a rival set of rats down in that there valley.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing about rats is, well, I hate them. I hate them almost as much as I hate watchers. But they got this tendency to, have a high number value. More of them than there are of us is what I'm saying. The arithmetic ain't quite in our favor. And with your group, we might even some of those numbers out. You help us free them. Maybe I'll, maybe we can do business.
Okay.
All right, call the rest of your folks up. But I'll tell you what, if any one of them starts anything, there's more than just them folks up there. We got others. We got tricks you all ain't ever even thought of.
I believe it, and that's why we're here.
Okay. No funny business. And you got any more of this shine?
I told you I could make some.
All right, well, you go do that. So he's kind of waiting, assuming, hey, I'm being tracked. So is Logan's face, apparently. They found a tracking AVG. All right. So everyone else, you see Helena come back. You see Hamill come back.
Yeah, Hamill's definitely been kind of running around everybody and kind of trying to get them to move forward.
Okay. So
what does this mean? What is she doing? A dance?
She's rabid.
What is it, Lassie? Is Timmy stuck in a well?
Helena's in the lion's den. Helena will come back and she'll basically tell them, what they expect from us to even consider, cooperating with us.
Makes sense. We pat their back, they pat ours.
And
isn't it Scratch?
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Hopefully it's not another setup.
What?
That's definitely our version of events. That was totally a setup.
Go meet with someone, have them do something for us, and then it all going terribly wrong. Except the first quest we went on.
Yeah, we're the whole talking thing is not our strong suit, so
Yeah.
definitely not mine.
So do you all go back up and meet them?
Yeah, let's meet these guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see that when you get up there, there's 4 of them, including the 2 that I've already described. The 2 that had the bows, they start clambering down. And so there's these 4 cats. But it seems that the central one does most of the work, most of the talking, I should say. And kind of looks at you all and says, what do you all know about the rats? Those disgusting vermins down there plaguing our borders, making our lives hell. What do y'all know?
Hamill just does a little spit.
conflict between you guys. That's about it.
Conflict's one word for it.
They're trying to starve us, is what they're trying to do.
Yeah, they're trying to do that and many other things. But, there's a particular pack of them there mice that, plague the upper echelons of that valley below. Not quite in the castle, but a little further up the mountain. Shiners, we call them. They're led by this fat old pain in my ass female mouse named Mags. And she and her family have gone and taken Baptiste. Now, I'm not going to say that we didn't necessarily deserve some sort of retribution for our little drone prank, but I'll tell you, the valley would be a much better place if we could just wipe the fucking floor with them. Take them all out, get Baptiste back, and if you want more of this shine, they got plenty. They got their own still. Now, Arlo over here, and he points to one of the others. Well, he's got a lead on where they're camping out. Problem is, there's about 10 of them. Not quite sure how many. Couldn't get a good, hard look inside their cabin, but we reckon that's where Baptiste is being held. You help us even the numbers. You help us get back Baptiste, and we can do business.
So what exactly do these rats do to you, or what did you do to them?
They just took our friend, is what they did.
For what reason, though?
I don't know, man. Ask this one. He kind of nods over at Helena. Her sister's been running this fucking war for God knows how long. I don't know why we don't just whole-scale slaughter them at that castle. We can take them down. That shit's gonna fall on its own soon. But no, she's dragging her feet, and so we got all these stupid little battles here and there. If we just did a full-on assault, we'd wipe the floor with them. Anyway, it's just nature, man. It's just nature. We don't like them. They don't like us. That's all there is to it.
And Helena's just kind of nodding the whole time. Just not saying anything because he's talking shit about her sister.
I mean, who doesn't talk shit about your sister?
All right.
I decided to make her a shitty leader. I don't know why. I just felt like it. So, he says, y'all can fight, I hope.
We've been in a couple scruffles, yeah.
He looks you up and down, looks at your hat. Yep. Uh-huh. What's your specialty, boy?
Oh, I could see things you can't even imagine.
Oh, really? Like what?
Like today, you might not see that thing coming.
What thing coming?
Just a little taste.
What? Man, what are you talking about?
So I'll scry something later for him, but I won't tell him about it.
Okay, so you're going to go through the whole ritual of like standing on your head and stuff?
Yeah.
What the hell kind of getup you've got here?
This is just how he scries.
Bunch of freaking carnival folk here. All right. So, we figure a nighttime assault might be beneficial to us. Obscure our approach and whatnot. It's going to take about good 2 to 3 hours, Arlo says, to get on over. So.
Wait, aren't rats nocturnal?
Yeah, they're nocturnal, but so are we.
So are weasels.
Wouldn't we want to get them while they're sleeping?
Maybe. That fatty Mag, she sleeps all the time, though. So technically, mechanically, nocturnal is an actual talent. So unless all of them took it, which they might, I'm not saying they haven't.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Nocturnal is an actual talent. So, do you agree to this assault on these moonshining mice up in the ridge overlooking their rat castle?
Oh hell yeah!
Okay. You guys
What was the
doing?
agreement again? They'll actually help us out in resistance.
They'll join.
Or- They'll join.
If you help them get back Baptiste, they'll help you.
Chai will. Did we get the leader's name, by the way?
Crowder. You can call me Crowder.
So Chai will say to Crowder, you know, I have some supplies here. If you have any weapons or armor or things that need repair, I'm able to help bolster our defenses and our forces before we make our attack.
Huh? Baptiste was a mechanic too. That's why we need him back.
Well, I can fill in until we get him back if you need anything repaired.
Well, talk to old Ava. She'll fix you up with what we need. And he points to one of the others that were pointing the bows. All right. So you got a couple hours. If there's anything you're looking to do, scrying, eating, whatever, healing.
Yeah, the scry I did earlier is when, let's see, this leader Crowder, when he goes out for an afternoon piss, he's just gonna get bombarded by some bird shit.
Oh my god.
So I'm trying to understand the logic here. So you predict this, you see this. Do you tell him about this?
No, that's why my warning was he won't see it coming. So it's-
Okay.
Yeah.
When he's most vulnerable.
Okay. So about an hour later, he comes hustling back inside, cussing up a storm. Oh, damn birds! What? He's got all sorts of white and green gook all over his face. Well, ain't that just the way of it? I'm sitting there taking my piss, and all of a sudden, shit rains down from the sky. Oh, goodness. He starts taking it off, just wiping it on Dewey's back.
Oh no!
Dewey, help me out here. Okay.
it's just like I predicted.
You could have fucking said something a bit more specific, like, be careful where you piss or something, man. That the whole point of seeing the future was to perhaps behave in such a way as to avoid negative outcomes. So, a couple hours pass. Does anyone eat?
I was about to say, yeah, does anyone need anything repaired or, I guess, fixed?
Let's see what he's got.
I wasn't sure if Cujo's club got damaged at all. Now that I have mechanic, I'm trying to fix shit.
I took a damage on my machete like session 2, if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to repair that.
So you see, as you're doing that, you see that Crowder pulls a gun out of one of the pockets of his coveralls. He's like, "Don't worry, old Bessie here's doing fine," and he puts it back in. But if you want, you can go ahead and roll a mechanics check on one of the bows that Ava was using.
That first roll was for Cujo's machete, so it's restored back to its original value with that value that I
Okay.
got, or that success that I got.
Good deal.
Should I do a separate one for that bow then?
Yeah, do a separate one for the bow. Turn that music down a wee bit.
Let me brew some moonshine.
Okay, go for it.
I'll look for food and water.
And the bow is also repaired.
I
Okay.
passed. Now I got to roll a d6 for how many doses.
Roll your scout, Hamill.
I get
And-
6 doses.
Oh my
What
god.
kind of potion are you brewing?
Moonshine.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
where's your pass roll?
It's a custom roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And Logan, just in case, you can put your machete's bonus counter back up to whatever it was at since it's fixed.
Yep, I did it.
And that will
Cool.
fix the bow. Good deal.
I rolled my hunt. I got 2 successes.
Okay.
And that's 2d6.
Yeah.
Helena needs to get better at throwing things, and then I'm just gonna be Molotov lady.
That sounds awesome to have a bombardier on our team.
Sounds fun.
Rolled 2 1s on my hunt.
All right. Is anyone doing anything else before you head out?
I'm gonna scout for water real quick.
Maybe we should go grab a grenade or a gun or a movie camera.
Take a while to
Well,
get back
we'd
to
have
the
to go-
reptile.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a good thing they weren't in my wagon when I went feral, otherwise we wouldn't have them anymore. And a grenade on fire doesn't sound like a good
Oh
combination
god.
Don't forget to do the -1 mod on your
for scout or scavengers.
for
Yeah,
five scavengers, and then it'll go back to normal.
yeah. I temporarily bumped it down to 2.
Okay. All right. So how'd you do on your scout for water? You good?
I got 3 water.
So get your d6s. All right. Anybody else doing anything?
Speak with Arlo, was it? The guy talk.
The guy
that tells
talking
us
is
about the-
Crowder. Arlo is the one who scouted out.
was that also the person whose bow I repaired?
No, that was Ava.
Ava, right? Okay.
The one that's been doing the talking is Crowder.
Nobody but us gets those, I don't think.
That's not true. Good people out in the world get it. All right. So what do you wanna say?
See if he has any more information about the rats and just that they're sleeping. Like, what kind of things are they using?
In terms of like weaponry, they tend to use. Well, the fat lady, Mags, she uses a crossbow of some kind, something that's got like torque to it, and then the rats, they have a tendency to use machetes. They like to swarm all over you, use their numbers, and they just start hacking away with machetes usually.
I'm gonna try and convince one of the members of the group to come with us.
Oh, they're all going with you.
Oh, are they? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay.
I'm tired of getting sent off on these missions without any help.
Hamill's gonna grab some stones for her sling.
Okay, no problem.
I'll pose the question of, do you think it's possible for a truce?
No.
With the rats?
Even Helena's like, "What the fuck?"
I'll tell you, it is only. Do you think it's possible for a truce with the Watchers? Yeah.
I can see.
Well, they're kind of programmed to keep us in line. They don't think for themselves.
I'm pretty sure the rats don't either.
We're all animals here. We can't see eye to eye.
No, not the rats. I'm fine with you dogs. I'm fine with you, whatever the hell you are, badger, Wolverine, something. And this here lizard doesn't bother me none either. But you get me to be friendly with a rat, well, no thank you, sir. No thank you. Okay. So you guys rest up, resupply, and then a little bit before dusk, you head out. And Arlo leads the way. Everyone can go ahead and make a move test endure test, as you're kind of climbing over top of some hiking to this. You're going downhill, trying to come up from an angle that you can access.
I'm going to use my tail to give myself a bonus on that.
I can help out other people if I roll extra, right?
Yes, you can always take the one success and add it to somebody else.
I'll
Wait,
throw
a
it at
6?
Cujo.
A 6 is a good thing, right?
6 is good.
For the feral? For feral?
Yeah, you don't want to roll a 1 on the first
Okay.
feral point.
Gotcha. I'm paranoid now.
Okay.
Long, you're gonna have to start rolling a lot better because I
forgot-
don't think I've rolled a pass yet today.
Yeah.
I also
gotcha.
have a grappling hook, so I'm going to add that bonus as a gear dice.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't you scavenge for that?
Yeah, and it's like permanent because I scavenged really well for it. So I have an extra if anyone else needs it.
Good deal. Okay. Am I like lagging super hard or something? Our video quality looks
On
really
what?
crappy on the stream. I just looked at the stream for the first time in a while.
Looks okay to me.
Looks good to you. All right, it's just me.
Is
Yeah,
just your
same.
qualities
It's
down
just,
or something?
it's just, my, yeah, it's just That's fine. As long as it's okay for everybody else, it's fine with me. I don't need to watch.
Probably because you're broadcasting.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. So did everyone pass? Anyone have to push and take any damage or anything?
I just support Cujo on the way up.
Okay.
I did not pass. I think I'm the only one that didn't
I-
pass.
Okay.
Yeah, I can support Hamill with my extra success.
Okay, fair enough. And so you all do
you.
manage to make it down the mountain again. Eventually, you bypass the greenery that was the higher up, and you're back down to the burnt area. And then you kind of bypass the wave of where you saw the charred remains, and now you're just like kind of basic rock. You can see down below as you look into the valley to the south. There's all sorts of these little tiny lights that are glowing in the far distance. You imagine they're like campfires and bonfires around the rat castle below, and you're in the relative area. And this is where Crowder turns to you all and says, "All right, now we gotta be stealthy, like a cat." So everyone go ahead and roll stealth checks, and I'm gonna go ahead and put you on the map.
Sneak.
Sneak, sorry.
Can I try to scavenger something to give me a bonus in stealth? Like,
What would that be?
so like not a just like shrubbery
Like a
stuff, like
cloak, maybe.
or yeah, like a cloak or something that I could put like leaves and
Like a
like
dark
branches
blanket?
on.
Okay, go ahead.
Like part of a death's gown. You know.
All right. So
Now,
let's
is this
see.
something that other people's extra successes can help us, or no?
Sure. I
I
switched.
am in need if anyone has extra.
Yeah, I rolled 2 again.
Whoops, I forgot to add my what you call it as let me roll for D6 real quick. Oh, okay. Didn't help.
Switch the map over to the combat map.
Got a stealth success anyway without the cover.
All right. Anyone fail?
I was able to get an extra from Long, so I'm good.
Okay. So you all sneak up, and you are relatively close. You can see that there's a fire light brewing to the north of you. You take up a little small position around some rocks and a dead tree. Crowder does the same with his own crew. And you can peek ahead, and you can see sort of to the northeast of you. I'll ping it on the map for you. There's a fire that's flickering and giving out a little bit of light in the area that reveals 4 rats or mice. And then there's some kind of human-like camper. And you can see that there's another person on top of it as well, who's like periodically looking down. And then behind it, you can't quite see, but you can see... you can't see inside of it, but you can see that there's a ramshackle cabin of some kind that's flickering light through the windows, but you can't really see anything in it. When you listen closely, you can hear the mice are just sort of talking and laughing, and they're making all sorts of horrible jokes at the expense of cats. Like, knock, knock, who's there? A cat who? And then they don't have a good punchline, but they laugh anyway because they're stupid. And
This campaign feels a little prejudiced. Hold on.
sorry, I don't like rats. But Powder, like Crowder, kind of looks over to you all and like kind of makes that whole kind of eye look, so that you're seeing each other. There's not a whole lot of light. None of you have any light sources out. Otherwise, you'd probably give away your position. But you can, at this point, if you want to try to make some sort of plans, you're welcome to.
Yeah, let's see if we can maybe circle around the camp a bit more, so like attack from 2 angles
Okay.
instead of like one
I am
side.
going to finally, on session 8, thank you, use my ability to measure my enemy.
All right. Ping the one that you want to measure enemy.
I'm gonna see if we,
Just the closest one, I guess. This one here.
Okay. I'll add a little thingamajig to them so that we know that you studied them.
Jeff, how far can you throw an item? Like I'm thinking if I can scavenge like a firecracker or something to distract them and throw it in a direction that we're not at.
I think that's near. I think throwing is near range. You can look it up, but I'm pretty sure that's near, not short. Who's got a thrown weapon on them?
I've got like the sling goes up to 30 meters, but I'm looking at the conflict primer and thrown rock, short range, so it'd be the same, 30
it's
meters.
the same. So you can throw up to 30 meters. Yeah.
And each square is 5, correct?
Each square is 2 yards.
Oh, 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was unsuccessful in measuring my enemy.
You were so crestfallen.
You tried. Do you want to push?
Do I just re-roll it to
Yeah.
push it?
Yeah, just reroll it.
Yeah, well, I might as well. Let's see if it's even possible to pass a roll today. A roll that matters, at least.
Apparently not.
Why did
I don't
I
think
didn't roll the right one?
I don't think your first roll went through either. I don't see any.
The
roll
first one
results.
was custom.
It's a custom roll.
Okay.
I don't know why it didn't. I don't know why it rolled it that way that time. I'll just roll
I'm gonna
3 more d6.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to try to scavenge a firecracker or some other loud thing.
There you go.
I got one.
You got it.
Yay.
Okay. So with the one success, you essentially get like a boost to your attacks against that specific enemy. There's other things you can do with it, but that makes the most sense.
I have found the firecracker.
Okay.
Is everyone cool with me lighting this thing and throwing it 30
Why don't you
meters?
just like scavenge for a rocket launcher or something?
I mean, I thought about it, but it probably burned up in the fire.
No, he's not getting a freaking rocket launcher. A firecracker I'm okay with.
Alternatively, if that doesn't work, they shouldn't attack you guys on sight because you're not cats.
I feel like somebody that comes onto your property is somebody that comes onto your property.
We'll say you all came up, got a lay of the land, you backed away, and now you can kind of talk out what your strategy is going to be. What do you want to
At
do?
first I wanted to maybe get both sides to join the resistance, but it seems like this hatred between you cats and rats is coming between that.
I mean, you're not going to be able to get any assistance from them with me in the group. If we do get them to join the resistance, we're going to have to send a separate cell.
I mean, they don't like the Watchers either. It's the one thing we agree on, but, fuck them. In the glorious words of my father, Crowder, a different number, fuck them.
But you know what they say, the enemy of my enemy. Oh, no, now I can't talk. Never mind.
What's wrong with this one? Looks like she's about to spit up.
Remember? And then Helena
just
will kind of
throws
like
up everywhere.
scratch her head. Feral.
All right, what's the plan?
So I was going to move to the right of Helena there and then just throw the firecracker 30 yards from that point, which would be right there.
So they currently, the cats that you're with, are right around here. I can show you.
Yeah, you'll probably want to throw it like towards the cabin, if anything. And not
So
like
north
the
of-
cabin.
I'll let you see
Yeah.
kind of about.
Yeah,
where
I
they're
can-
at.
I can move north of Hamill and just throw it 30 meters up.
Like northwest or something.
Is it 30 meters or
Right.
30 yards?
Sorry, yards. I don't know. I
Yards.
keep saying meters because of
Okay.
D&D. Sorry.
It's pretty close. You use meters in D&D? I thought that was feet.
I think we use meters.
Wow, that's wow. Okay, so what's the plan?
If we are just raiding these guys, I say we just surprise them then.
It's up to you. If you want to talk to him, you can try to talk to him. I'm just saying, what do you all want to try to do?
I don't think Helena and Crowder are down for talking.
Okay, how about
I mean, you guys can talk.
the
first.
4 of us
I
can
have to
come up
get back.
and then we can signal if like something goes wrong to just come out to attack.
All right, we'll go up and try and converse with the rats to try and get them to join the resistance. And if anything goes wrong, we'll give you the signal to come help us. And our signal is going to be this.
Why,
That means
why don't
come help us.
Why don't I just stay
Remember-
behind and throw the firecracker if I start to hear things going wrong?
I can't talk, so it's basically 2 of you going up to talk to them.
Okay,
yeah,
so-
Cujo and McCloud.
Yep.
All right, I'll go up.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
So
So
I'm gonna feign being intoxicated.
okay. So why don't the 2 of you, whoever's going up, go ahead and move your tokens a little closer so we can get a feel for where you're going.
Helena's gonna give you a bottle And just remind you, this is highly flammable.
Ah.
They do have a fire.
So I'm going to start walking up with McCloud, and once we can kind of start to gauge that we're in earshot, I'm going to start kind of stumbling around. I'm going to put my arm around McCloud. I'm going to be like, could you believe the fucking asses on those fucking rats we
Hey,
saw
who
over
you
there,
think?
man?
What you doing? Get on out of here! What you doing?
Whoa,
You ain't
whoa,
welcome
whoa,
here.
And they all
whoa,
start
whoa,
getting up.
whoa,
And they're like,
Whoa!
whoa.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Get! You ain't welcome here. No.
Me and my friend, we're just having a good time, man. We were just down the
Well, have a
road.
good
We were
time
talking to
down
some.
there. You can't have a good time up here.
We were talking to some of the lady rats down there. You got some good-looking rats over here, man. I swear,
Yeah,
back in my Badger tribe, you know, we got some weasels, but I'm telling you, they're nothing to look at. I'm
That's
telling
true.
you,
I
man.
mean, yeah, we are way better looking.
and so a couple of them start getting closer. The ones on the ground. The one up top, on top of the camper, is kind of warily looking at you all. One of them is kind of taking a wide berth. You can see kind of off to the left there.
Okay, all right. You ain't so bad. You know, rats are the chosen people, right? Look at us. We're way better. And mice and hamsters and even squirrels too. But
You're all cool in my book, man. You're all small little friends. You know, we all can all get along. Me and my friend McCloud here, we got some moonshine. If you guys want to have a little drink with us.
moonshine. Well, that's our business. You don't bring your own moonshine into our business. That's just crazy. No. You go on getting down this mountain here before I go get Max. If Max hears that you will bring in moonshine up into our territory, well, she's gonna snuff you right out.
I think we could have a talk.
No, I don't think so. I think you better get on moving down. It's getting a little strange, the two of you coming up here. Why are you up here anyway? What are you doing? Who you work for?
What do you guys think of the watches?
The what? What? We talk about moonshine, man. Watches don't care about moonshine. I'll tell you, if you don't turn around right this instant, I'm going and getting Max. I'm going to get her. I'm going to scream. Then she's going to come out here. And you don't want her coming out here. No, not at all.
What's wrong with the mags? What's she going to do?
Well, she's going to string you up, and she's going to take that shine you've got there. That's what she's going to do. Yeah, no one makes moonshine in our valley. Just us. It's ours. Yeah, we got our own label and everything.
He holds up a bottle. It's like a wine bottle, and they have like a drawn little like Mickey Mouse type of thing going on. Yeah.
Is it that great? Can we compare?
You show me mine, I'll show you yours.
Roll a dominate check. So you can either one of you can do this. You're outnumbered.
Is it -1?
It's gonna be -2, but these have rank 2.
I'm rank 6.
Okay, so it'll be like you end up with like a +2.
+2. Okay.
Yeah. Once all the math is done.
I like the crazy characters.
Oh my gosh, that's success.
Holy crap! Well, that's gonna be difficult. Let me see what I can do.
So
scream so loud it's like death metal.
That'd be a roll.
I'm just gonna start getting louder and more belligerent. I'll be like, "You say you want to come take our fucking moonshine, man? I was offering it to you. I just wanted to have a drink with some of my rat friends. You're talking about going getting your mags or whatever the fuck she is. I don't care. Have her come down here. She can drink with us too. My friend McCloud here, he's a fucking crazy motherfucker. I just wanted to tell some stories with all my friends. I saw this guy take down a watcher,
Get
man.
Max, come on down here, Max.
And then you hear like
I'm
this...
immediately just gonna sit down and open up my moonshine and then pretend to take a swig.
Oh, you're dead, man. Listen, you little dog, you better run away fast. This one's dead, but you can get out of here in time.
And you see,
I'm gonna stand up again and then just sit right back down.
You see bursting out of like these double doors, you see this massive fat white mouse that's being flanked on either side by like 2 smaller mice as they start kind of moving forward. And she's like,
All right. Who woke me up? Who was it? Was it you?
and she starts pointing at the 2 of you that show up.
Why aren't they
friends.
dead yet?
So
What'd you say at the end there? I didn't catch that.
yeah, I didn't catch what Logan said.
Oh, I was just saying more friends.
She looks up. She steps in. She's got her little crossbow. It's not loaded currently, but she's got it there, and she's holding it, and you can see her fixing it, and she's getting it loaded.
You don't get off the mountain now. I'm gonna put this bolt right in your big fat head.
So I'm gonna start talking, and I'm gonna be like, so what you're saying is you guys don't want to have a little chat?
Chat about what? What do you...
Your friend here says you make some moonshine.
We make the moonshine. Ain't no one in this valley make it better than us.
You speak so great of it, but I haven't seen any yet.
You haven't seen any of it yet. Well, you haven't given us nothing for it. We don't give it away for free.
I just offered it if you wanted to trade. To try some of each other's.
So you're trying to trade for our superior moonshine with your tiny little shit moonshine. That
We
don't
have
seem
no
like a good trade to me. What
We
else
have
you
no
got
idea.
to trade?
Okay. How about some information on the cats?
Well, that's interesting.
I heard you were with a little scuffle with them.
Did
We saw their hideout.
And you can see that you're starting to get a little surrounded as they're starting to fan out a little bit around you. Getting a little bit closer to the hiding places where people were.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like coverage along like the northwest-ish, like tree cover?
No, it's pretty open. If you
Is
want,
it?
if you tried to go that way, is that what you're talking?
Yeah.
Around Pingen? Yeah, it's pretty open from one side to the next.
Okay. But there's like rocks and stuff on the other side towards the cabin.
Yeah. Yep. Much more rocky terrain. Also some elevation on the eastern side. You're beginning to get pretty surrounded. But Mags, she's got the crossbow trained on you.
You're gonna need something better than shitty moonshine if you want to trade with us. What kind of information you got on them there cats?
Wandering these mountains, I think we saw a cabin of theirs.
Oh, did you now? Well, there's an old cabin village. Everyone knows that. You don't? We know how to get there. We've been there many times.
Yeah, but do you know of their numbers? What they're doing? at a
They're
certain
less
time?
than us, I can tell you that. less in number and less in brain. Just a bunch of dumb animals. Well, I bet Shamblet's smarter than them.
If you're so smart than them, do you know where they're at this very moment?
Yeah, they're right over there to the west, down up. Well, up, I suppose. Yeah, they're right over there. Some of them. I'm sure they're sleeping in some little mud or some burrow. A bunch of numbskulls they are. Yeah. I'm very disappointed in this news you're giving us.
It seems you're a little misinformed of what scouts you have.
We've got the best scouts. Our squirrels are better than all scouts in the valley. All right, that's it. You go ahead and just leave your things, anything valuable on the ground now.
I'm just gonna crash out and then just start snoring on the ground.
Oh,
All right, then I'll go ahead and I'll just warning call here.
Okay. So let's roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
I am just going to do group initiative since there's a lot of NPCs. So I'm just going to do group initiative for the cats, group initiative for the rats, and then all yours. So don't forget that if you click your token and just hit the initiative button, it'll go on. we'll go from there.
It's a little bit off frame.
Yeah, I know. I'll try to fix it in a sec.
Sure.
I'm going to switch the music over to some battle music.
Is the initiative tracker hiding somewhere, or is it?
Is what?
You have to enable the macros. Oh, the tracker.
The little turn order tracker. Where's that at?
I'll show it in a sec.
Oh, okay.
I'm just fixing the screen a little bit. There we go. That's better. All right, put it off to the left there. Okay. So, you can go ahead and if you're going to do the warning call, go ahead and do your warning call.
Yeah, I'll spend all 5 points for
okay.
the stun effect.
Okay. Then you need to go ahead and spend roll 5d6s, please.
Let's see.
We're starting off dangerously.
Well, there's a 1 and a 6 in there, and I know one of those is bad.
And then I roll 1 more d6.
Yep.
For the effect.
Yep.
Yeah, Logan's the expert on this one.
So you cannot speak human words,
Can't
right?
talk, can't use tools.
Could be a lot worse, though. You could be running
All
off
right.
a cliff right now.
I'll just target the 4 rats in front of us in mags.
Okay, so the 4 closest to you. Do you want to do the one that's behind Cujo? So the one you want to do one here.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay.
Is that possible? Yeah.
Yeah, should be. Okay.
All 5 points.
And so go ahead and explain the effect of the stun.
Yeah, so I just made a warning call loud enough. It stuns him. It just stuns him.
Okay. All right.
For how long?
I don't know how long the stun is. If there's information on that.
Man, I don't remember because we haven't played in a while.
It doesn't say under the warning call effects.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Totally don't remember. All right. So let's see. So it's gonna hit all of them. Let me put a little thing on them so that we remember. All right. Probably just means they don't have an action. And that one there too.
It inflicts 1 level of doubt on a number of victims equal to the number of FP you spend.
So 5 doubt. Okay. Let's see. That's gonna.
Wow.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
So. Oh my god. The little guys are gonna freak. Let me check mags really quick.
Talk about a roar.
All right. So mags. Yep. That'll bring her to 0. Okay. And then that'll bring all of them will get reduced to 0.
No, it's just
Wow.
1 level of doubt on the number of victims I.
Oh,
hit.
1
So
level of doubt.
it's just-
Okay, never mind.
it's
They're
just
all
1
good.
doubt.
I was
on
gonna
zero.
say like
Yeah.
that's crazy OP.
No, yeah, it sounds broken. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, they're not broken. Jeez. Okay. So they all take 1. All right, that's fine. So all of them have been hit by 1. Got it. All right. So then that happens, and then we enter into initiative at that point, and they're like,
All right, boys, they all want to get an ass whooping? Well, let's whoop some ass.
and then it's gonna happen. So the Shiner rats actually go first. So they're at 6 on the initiative order, and so let's see. I think they're gonna close in. So I'll have that one close in there. That one will close in here. This one will close in here. This one will close in here. That one will close in there. This one's gonna stay up here because they have a sling. And then I'll split it. I'll go 3 and 3. So they're each going to attempt to attack. 3 on Cujo, 3 on McCloud. Does that sound right?
Oh, God.
It's okay. All right, so here we go. So let's start with Cujo. It's a fight attack. And I got a bonus of 2 from the machete. That's 2. How do you want to resolve that?
I'm going to defend.
Okay, go ahead and roll your defense, your fight.
Oops, wrong one.
Hey, Vorlook, just in time for some combat.
Oh, I know. This is just in time to watch 2 characters die. Oh, perfect. There you go. And so you managed to defend. But it does mean on your turn you won't have an action, and it does mean that you can't defend against the other 2 attacks coming your way.
Actually, it doesn't because I have Stonewall.
Oh, nice. What does Stonewall do?
I can defend against any number of close combat attacks in the same rotation.
Okay, well, it's coming. So let's see. Next attack. So let's just talk about things as I put it in, and then let's put another one in. Should be 2 more coming. And then let's see. I'll go ahead and just roll them normal on old McCloud. So I'm gonna roll 66. The first 3 are base, and the second 3 are skill. All right, misses on the first. Let's do that again. I got 1 hit on the second. Do you want to defend or anything?
Oh, shit.
No, I'll just take that.
Okay, let's finish resolving. So take 1 point. Take 2 points of damage, as the machete has 2 damage per attack. So take 2 points of physical damage, and then the last one on old McCloud here. That's a miss. So you're good there. Then let's kind of go back since we got our rolls. So the first attack went through for 4. You blocked 2 of those. So 3 damage to you.
Can I use armor?
Yeah. So it'd be 3 damage, and then go ahead and roll a number of d6 equal to your armor rating. And for every 6 that you get, you take 1 off, so only take 2. There you go. And then the second attack, I had 1 success. You didn't have any, so take 2 points of damage for that, but roll your armor again.
Fucking rip, man.
Okay, and your armor is actually going to take damage from that because you did roll a 1.
Alrighty.
And then those 3 are done. Then the one with the sling.
I am now at 0 strength.
Okay, you are broken. So then the one with the sling is going to go ahead and make an attack. And so this one is shoot. So that's going to be 3 dice. These are all base dice. So this one's going to be at, we'll say the bigger of the 2. So we'll go for Cujo.
Do I roll a critical injury for that?
Yeah. And so the sling.
Well, good thing I got my good critical injury out of the way today.
Now, the good news, thigh wound, non-lethal, -2 to move and sneak. That's not bad. So the good news for you is that the cats will go next, and they will start charging up out from behind their territory or their little hidden places. They'll charge into there. Crowder will come up as well. So you have that, and then we'll say 3 of them are going to be attacking that poor defenseless mouse thing right there. So we'll start with Crowder, he'll go ahead and do a knife attack. And it's a bonus of 1.
Why are these rats so fucking strong?
They're base rats, man. There we go. That's one hit. And then the other 2 will continue to attack the same one.
These cats are like
Actually,
shit compared to these rats, man. Should have recruited the
You
rats.
should have. But that's not where you guys went. So these are going to come in with fangs and claws, and we'll do 1 and then a second. So 2 attacks should be coming through now. So that's 2 hits, and then another hit before that. So 3 damage plus 1 from Crowder, and this guy has fallen also to broken. So they charge in, and they manage to knock one out completely. Then it'll be Helena's turn. So shit just went crazy. Like
yes, it did.
Everything just blew up.
Heal me. I'm dying.
I would have to get you out of there.
No, just patch me up. I can still fight.
So the cats are running out, and they're screaming, "Yo, just get them!" And then when the cats show up, the rats are like,
It's cats! Kill them! It's a raid!
you know, they're all freaking out.
Yeah. I'm gonna... My screen's freaking out. Move up towards the rat where the other cat's next to, like close to...
Go ahead and move up. You have control.
And then I'm going to attack.
Okay, go for it. There's a reason they didn't want to assault this by themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're going to attack that rat right there. Okay.
Yep.
Go for it. And Chai, why don't you start figuring out what you want to do as well?
Yeah, so I don't think that the firecracker is going to be much of a distraction if I throw it that far away.
Nope.
However, I am curious if it will do any damage or at least give us another turn of surprise or stun if I throw it right behind these two, like in between them, because that's still within range.
Sure. Yeah, maybe I'll have them roll. If they roll attacks, I'll have them roll at negative mods. How about that? Because they're kind of spooked and distracted. So if they attack McCloud next turn or something like that, they'll be confused and they'll start swinging and missing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. So then I'm assuming it's still shoot for throwing.
Yeah, just throw a shoot, and as long as you get a pass, it goes exactly where you want it. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, the firecracker's going to land. Did you want to do, Helena? Did you actually want to push?
I mean, yeah, I'll push.
And you take
taking 2 strength.
You take 2 points of damage as you try to stab in at them, and it dodges out of the way and swipes you from behind, and you get like a scratch on the back of your neck, and you take 2 points of damage.
For my second action, I'm going to ready my sling for my next turn.
For the maneuver? Okay, perfect. All right, so Helena, Chai are done. Cujo, you can get a maneuver since you're broken.
Nice.
So you can try to move. You can try to get out of there.
Come out.
Yeah. I'll burrow 30 feet away. So I'll spend 1 FP.
You might want to double check to see if you can use animal powers. Can't remember if you can use animal powers when you're broken. Let's say you can. That's fine. All right, so you get on out. All right. Then McCloud, you are now on the front line. You've got all these rats surrounding you. The cats have shown up, but what do you want to do?
Luckily, the two above you are stunned by the firecracker, or not stunned, but we'll take a minus.
Is maneuvering this game the same? Like you get opportunity attack if you move out?
There's no opportunity attacks in this game.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna maneuver to flank this rat.
Okay.
And I'll attack it.
All right. Since you're outnumbering it pretty hard, you got 3 of them surrounding it. You can take a +1 mod.
You can't use animal powers when you're broken.
Okay. So you just move away then. You can use
just
maneuver.
Yeah,
What's
all you
the
can do is
distance on
maneuver.
What's your movement? If you don't have any special movement things, it's 10 yards, which means 5 squares.
Okay.
So you can move
I'll
5.
move.
Okay. Hamill, you're going to be up next, so be ready for that.
I'll move.
It's taking a while to come out.
There it goes.
There it is.
Here.
It's okay, Cujo. I can fix you. I'm a mechanic now.
Yes, please.
If
I can get 1 strength back, I can still fight.
Yeah.
As long as I get unbroken,
get
because I can
healed.
fight. I can fight even though my strength, like as though my strength were full, even if I'm injured.
I'm assuming that shoving grub down someone's throat doesn't work like that.
Because he quite literally needs a heal check to get from broken.
Right, because he's okay.
To 1. He'll do that over a normal course of time, but it won't be.
You can still
fast
heal
enough.
me even if you don't have the heal skill. You just need to use
True.
it as long as you have instinct, which I think you have a lot in, don't you?
It's wits actually. I have 2 instinct, but it's worth trying.
Never mind.
Okay, so
I just strike it with my Seer staff. It does 1 damage.
Okay, gotcha. All right, done. And then Hamill, it is your turn.
All right, so I am going to use my maneuver to ready my sling, and then I'm going to shoot at the one that is kind of surrounded in the lower left.
Okay, so you use the maneuver to get something in your sling, and now you're trying to attack this one.
Shoot.
All right, I'm going to give you a -1 mod because that thing's surrounded and it's hard to actually hit.
It's been a hot minute. How many things can we do in a combat? Is it just 2?
Maneuver and an action. And an action is either making a test or using an animal power.
Okay.
And a maneuver is most commonly to move up to your, like, for everybody but you, because I think you're super fast. It's basically 10 yards of movement, but I think you can use 20 because you have a talent. But there's other things like loading a sling, like Hamill and just did, and Tchaikovsky did before on the previous turn. So those things can also count as maneuvers.
Just waiting.
Okay. Okay, so while that goes through, I'm going to start doing stuff with my shiners so that we can get moving. You know how I forgot to attack with was Mags, but I'll do it this turn. We'll say she loaded and stuff on her previous turn. So let's see. With the cats showing up, that has gotten them pretty interesting. We're pretty interested. So they're going to start panning out and getting in the direction. They're going to start getting on some of these cats. These 2 in the back will continue to just throw slings and shoot various stuff. So I'm probably just gonna roll this normally since we're lagging like crazy with the special rolls. So frustrating. So it's 4 and 3. Okay. So
I went ahead and rolled mine with just rolling d6s.
did you get any successes?
I did.
Okay. And so how much damage?
I think it's just 1 with the sling.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, just 1.
Got it. So, all right, 1 by 1, we'll do the attacks. There's gonna be 2 attacks onto Crowder, and then we'll have 1 attack onto one of their cats. So, I'm gonna roll. All right, that's 2 damage onto Crowder. So I'm just rolling 66. And again, the first 3 are normal base die, and the second are skill. That's going to be a miss on the second attack. Then we're going to have...
Would have been nice if you missed on me, but you landed like fucking 12 damage.
Sorry, man. So Crowder and this cat right here, we'll call that Dewey, have both taken some damage. And then these 2 will now attack. This one will go ahead and attack the NPC. This one that's in front of Helena will go ahead and attack Helena. So first, the one that hasn't taken any damage will attack the NPC and will succeed. And that will hit Ava for 3 points of damage. And then the other one, who has actually taken some strength damage, which means this is only going to be 4d6. Yeah. And it's still going to be 1 hit. Helena, do you want to defend?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so this will take up your action on your next turn, so you will not be able to use an action. Still maneuver.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm so dumb.
So go ahead and roll a fight check.
Is there any mods to it? or pretty even?
I think we're fine here.
Okay.
I forgot about one of my animal powers.
Oh, I should just do.
Actually, wait. You're attacking the one in the middle. You can have +1. What was the animal power you forgot about?
Small.
You have small?
I do have small.
You have small. Wow, I didn't think you
I
would have
didn't
that
realize
small.
you were small.
What does small do?
That you dodge.
Yeah, pretty much. Each FP reduces in a success. So.
Oh.
So do the math and figure out where that would have put you.
No, it's fine. I'm not
You
going to
sure?
recon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I did not.
Okay. So go ahead and take 2 points of damage from the machete hack. And then Mags will go ahead and take a shot.
I am down.
Okay. Helena is down. And then Mags will go ahead and also take some shots. She's going to shoot at... She's going to shoot her crossbow. So that's going to be 66. The first four are base. I said that wrong. Let me do that again. So I'm gonna roll 76. The first 4 are base, the next 2 are skill, and the last one is her actual bonus for gear. That's gonna hit. She will deal 2 damage to old Crowder, who's not looking great either. He's taking a couple hits. Okay. So that's the end of that turn for the Shiner Rats. And now it's all the cats' turns. Okay. So the one that's near Helena is going to go ahead and try to finish off the one that you're all kind of surrounding. And will do so with 1 point of damage. So this one is now collapsed to the ground. Then Crowder will go ahead and go after this one here. So he's down to fasten this with the math. That will do, not kill it, but then this one will try to finish it off. And we'll be able to do so. So now that's another cat that's out. Or excuse me, another rat. No, cats. And this one's going to turn around and kill Cujo. This one will run around into the middle of these two and will attack the one on the right, having not taken any damage yet. And with 2 successes, we'll go ahead and do 3 damage to the rat, and that rat is already almost dead. Okay. So then all of the cats are done. It is Helena's turn. Helena, you still can maneuver out if you want.
Yeah, can I next turn heal myself, or is that not possible?
Can't do it now. You're broken. So
Only we had some healing potions.
you can't.
Right.
You can't do. You lose your actions when you're broken, and you also need to roll a critical injury.
Oh, okay.
Your
Teeth
teeth are
knocked
knocked out. Yes. Apparently, you grow your teeth back. Healing time 2d6 with 6. Okay, Tchaikovsky, you loaded your sling last round.
Yeah. Wait, where did Helena move? I can't see her anymore.
She is where I'm pinging right now, off to your right.
That's weird. My map's just cut off. Hold on. Yeah, even zooming out doesn't help.
I will go ahead. Yeah, it sometimes happens when you scroll up and down. I'll go ahead and just do global illumination at this point so you can see everything a little bit easier.
Oh, okay, there she is. So I guess I'll cancel my attack and I'm going to move to Helena, and I guess I'll try to stabilize her with a heal check.
So the heal is a special ability, a special skill.
Like the heal instinct? I can't do that?
Okay, so you're talking about... Hang on one sec. I'm pulling up.
Well, heal
Character
is just, it's not like my specialty. My specialty is brute potion.
Thank you. That's right. That's what I was screwing it. So you can
Yeah, I was like,
roll-
oh, how did I get this on my skills
Yeah.
list?
I was going to say. All right, so go ahead and roll. Yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead. Keep forgetting.
I'll try pushing that.
Okay.
Oh, I have no instinct left. I don't know what happens. My instinct's broken.
So you see her, like, her head turns around, she grins at you, and she's trying to tell you how to do it, but she's got her teeth are all missing. It's like, oh, God!
Not
So
all
when you're
my
zero,
It's a +1 intimidate.
Give us a kiss.
so zero instinct, you break down fear, self pity, or sorrow.
Okay. This is
Should have
awful.
brewed some freaking healing potions before we came in
This
here.
is
Yeah.
going swell.
It's okay. It's okay.
I could always. Oh wait, I don't think I can scavenge healing potions, can I?
Probably not.
That might have to be next turn.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll have to look.
It feels weird to
So
do
are
that.
you broken
that's
now?
That's her special ability. That's like you're taking her special ability now.
Yeah, my instinct is 0, so I guess I'm just really afraid, really sorrowful.
So then you can't do
or-
anything other than maneuver.
It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same thing.
Oh,
Cujo can run away as well. Double check something really quick. Totally forgetting. Nope, that's the wrong thing.
I have many 4-letter words to describe the rolls today.
Okay, so yeah, so anybody who gets reduced when an attribute is reduced to 0, you become broken, meaning you're in paralyzing pain, physically exhausted, can't think straight, or overcome by fear or sorrow. When you are broken, you cannot use any skills, perform actions, or activate any animal powers, but you still can perform 1 maneuver per turn. Do you have any healing potions on you, Helena?
I
know you
thought
can-
I had like 1 or
Do you-
2.
Check your inventory.
Check your inventory. If it's not in your inventory, it doesn't count. Do you have any moonshine? Don't forget that booze also can serve as a temporary heal.
Oh yeah, I got 5 bottles of that shit.
Wait, I have a moonshine on me.
So
Yeah, you have one.
So it's only temporary. I'm trying to look up the specifics. I think you get +1 for a short period of time.
Is it a maneuver or an action?
I'll just say you can drink it. It's fine.
Usually readying something is a maneuver, so it should be
Yeah, I
fine.
don't see why. Yeah.
It's been in my hand the whole time.
Looking in my shortcut here, but I don't see it in my shortcut. But I do recall that you can drink it. It's like +1 to
1 dose of booze immediately recovers 1 point of damage and out.
right, but it's temporary.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
maneuver is
drawback-
using an item.
The drawback is that it causes 1
Or
point
using
of
an item as
confusion.
maneuver.
Oh, I'll take all the points of confusion for 1 point in
Okay.
strength.
And you roll a
to not be
D6.
critically
Okay.
injured.
You roll a d6 to figure out when the trauma
For how
returns.
long it takes. Okay, so
5 hours.
you're popping a moonshine to get 1 point back in
Of
those
damage
two
and
stats,
doubt back.
and then
Yep.
you lose 1 point of
Wits.
What'd you just say? Wits. Thank you. And you are so you're okay. And you have an action because that was your maneuver, so you can now act. If there's something you
But
can
nothing's close enough for me to hit.
do. Unfortunately not.
Throw your club like Thor's hammer.
I guess I will. I'm gonna. And using an animal power as an action?
Yes.
Fuck me. Let's see.
That gang of cats, Crowder and his gang, did they bring that moonshine that Helena gave them with them in case they go down or get broken?
Sure. I'm sure they have some on them.
All right, I'm gonna move behind the cloud.
I mean, all of the I would say all of the 3 are okay. One of them took damage, and then Crowder has taken some damage. But Crowder's got a lot of strength, so. But he's definitely taken damage, and he's got. I totally forgot to roll his damn armor. All right. So then next up is McCloud. What do you want to do, man?
I'm gonna maneuver by this rat that's ganged up by the cats.
Okay, take a mod plus mod.
Go ahead and attack with my staff. Let's see. I'll push that.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh boy. So your staff takes a point of damage.
These rolls can fuck right off.
Can we just mulligan this session?
So you go down a point in your you take a point of bonus off your weapon bonus. That was
Okay.
a horrible way of phrasing that, but yeah. And then also take a point of strength damage. And don't forget feral points as well for all of you that are taking rolling ones. Okay. Hamill.
So I'm going to move here.
You have control of your person, so just move them.
Yep. And I'm going to ready my sling for next time.
Okay, so you loaded it up. Okay.
Yep.
The rats will go again. And so...
If you wanted to stay back, Hamill, you could reach that rat next to McCloud, so you could ready and fire in the same turn.
I can hit that one.
Yeah, because you were standing right here, and that would be 16 yards,
Yeah,
and you can go up to
within your
30.
distance. You could. if you want.
Okay, and the one in front of it is down, so it's probably not really in my way anymore.
I mean, it's surrounded by 3 different things. I would give it a -1, and they're all your allies. So you're trying not to hit your allies while attacking it. I think that's fair to give you a -1 mod to that.
Okay.
And again, if you just want to do the /R number of d6s to go faster, that's fine. Just the first couple are base, the next are skill, and the final ones are gear.
Did I do the wrong slash?
I think your basic test macro comes out faster than the
Does it?
character sheet one.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
The basic test one, if you just want to use if you look on the macro list, there's a basic test where it'll just prompt you to put in how many dice you want to roll. So it's just the communication between the... All right, that's fine.
Just gonna do that.
Okay, that's fine. Everyone's just... Ugh. I don't know what just happened. Like, you have like 2 different rolls.
All of the rolls went
It
through.
all came out later. Yeah.
Everything went through all at once.
Which one of these is the roll that you were counting? Melissa?
Well, I mean, one of them has a success and one of them doesn't, so...
All right, that's fine. Go ahead. So it'll take a point of damage. What's your weapon damage?
1.
All right. Okay. All right. And then it's the rats' turns. Now, some of these have started taking damage. So we'll say... we'll put 1. We'll go ahead and attack... Say 1 will attack Crowder, but they're getting hurt as well. That's be a fail on Crowder. 1 will step forward to try to get to this other cat in the back, and will also fail. Gosh darn it. And then this rat will back.
Are you saying gosh darn it? You trying to kill us all?
Yes.
Every day.
And the one that's being surrounded, I'll go ahead and give it a negative mod, and then I'll have it attack the right NPC. Will hit. We'll deal 2 damage to that NPC, who's down as well. And then they're going to maneuver out, and they're going to back up towards Mags. Oh my gosh, right on top of Mags. All right. And then the sling will go next. They're fine. That'll be a point of damage on Crowder, who is now down to 1 strength. And then Mags will load. And will fire at the cat standing right there. And we'll hit that cat. And that cat is now down. Then the cats will go. Oh, wait. Yeah, the cats will go. There we go. Crowder will attack the one in front of him. He is down to just 5d6 at this point. Actually, wait. You know what he'll do? He's going to shoot. He's gonna pull out.
When he took that damage, did you roll for his armor?
Oh, thank you so much. I keep forgetting.
Because then he would have 2 strength at least.
No, he didn't get it. Okay, so then I think he's just gonna try to kill the one in front of him. That makes more sense. All right, I definitely want to attack Mags, but oh well. That's a fail. And then behind him. Holy shit!
Oh my god. Who just
was
crit?
that?
That's a
Pierced
huge,
right through the head.
huge hit. So that rat will go down.
Just one tapped him.
That's crazy.
And then I think that one will move over here. And we'll attack. That's pretty good too. Not dead though. Down to 1. Okay.
Ooh.
All right, Helena. What do you want to do?
I want to drink that alcohol.
Okay, so you pop your alcohol. That's a maneuver. So now
Yep.
you got an action.
Can I heal myself?
Sure. I think in the heat of battle it might be difficult, but might have like a -1 mod to do it. I can't remember.
Don't forget to roll your d6 for how long it lasts.
Oh, the alcohol. Okay. 1.
At 1 hour.
It's a
Hope I
good thing
heal
you got
myself.
5 bottles.
Does she have 5 confusion or 5?
Yeah,
hits?
and take your confusion too.
Okay, so you can go up 1 on your damage as well.
Sweet. And then I take 1 confusion.
Okay. Then it'll be Tchaikovsky's turn.
Okay, so question. Would I take a minus for shooting if I were to try to shoot Mags with my sling?
I thought you were broken. Didn't you push a heal roll or something?
Yes. Can I get a bottle of alcohol from Helena, who's
Hell
right next
yeah.
to me then?
Sure.
Hell
that's
yeah,
fine.
friend.
That's fine.
Cool. All right,
So
and
many
then
Pabst Blue Ribbons.
so it lasts 2 hours,
Yeah.
and then take my wits down
So-
to 1, or take it down by 1.
How long
Okay.
it lasts
Now
depends
he's
on your
confused.
d6
He's
roll.
broken again.
He certainly sounds confused. Okay, so then
So that's 2 hours. That's what the D6
yeah,
is for.
Yeah. Didn't see the roll.
I think it was instinct.
And-
He lost before, so this is actually going to be confusion and wits. Okay. So
So back to that question: if I were to hit Mags next turn, would McCloud being in the way cause a minus?
probably not. He's pretty small.
Okay, cool. So then I'll just ready my sling.
Okay. Cujo.
You can move diagonally, right?
Yeah.
Diagonally.
Right up to her, huh?
Yep.
You see her loading up her crossbow too. She's getting ready to fire.
Does that give her a -1 to my her fight roll?
No.
Alrighty.
You are small after
I
all.
am going to fight her.
Go for it.
Mother fucker.
You want to push that?
Yes.
Wow.
What? You're just gonna kill yourself though.
I'll kill her in the process. I'll
She's-
take her down with me.
No. Oh my god.
Dude, these zeros can eat ass.
Take 2 points damage
I'm broken.
as he falls again. So
Do I have
sad.
to roll another critical injury?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. You have a busted intestine. This is lethal. This is lethal. Holy crap.
Oh no.
Okay.
We got 3 hours. That's fine.
You get a point of rot right now.
Yep.
Per hour.
Okay. So, McCloud.
I'm gonna reach down for this rat's machete.
Okay. That's a maneuver. We'll pick that up, I'll say.
I'll just coup de grace him since he's right here.
So you actually want to kill him? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll delete him off the map then. And then
There's no roll for that.
I think coup de grace. We looked it up once. I get coup de grace in this game and in Zweihander confused. That's Zweihander.
Getting killed outright. Adversary can roll a fight or shoot as long as there's one success. The broken individual is killed.
There you go. Roll your attack. or your fight.
Does he get any bonuses since they were down? Never mind, doesn't need it.
Got one.
All right. Then it'll be Hamill's turn.
All right, so I should be able to reach her from, yeah.
Can hit either of them.
That was my
And
thought.
Cujo's down, and he's small, so you shouldn't have to be worrying about hitting him.
Yeah, so I'm going to go after Boss Lady.
Mags? Okay. Go for it.
Something that I have been forgetting to do is my Hunter Instincts. So I'm going to spend an FP to choose the prey, which is going to be her. So I'm going to roll for that.
Roll your d6.
Okay. And then I'm going to spend 2 more to increase 2 on my shoot.
Okay, go right ahead.
So I'm spending 2, which means I'm rolling 2. Still fine. And then I'm going to roll my shoot. So that's going to give me a 96 roll.
All right.
So I'm going to do a 5.
If you get a 0, I'm leaving. Oh my.
She got 4 more. Oh my god.
All right, I'll see you guys
ya.
later.
See ya.
Okay.
Holy crap.
What are the odds of that? Let me Google.
So last session when we did our strategic turn, you guys had 11 d6s to pass a
Yeah.
and you guys didn't get anything on that too. Like the odds are astronomical. Okay. Do you want to push that? This could probably kill you if you push it and get a bunch of extra ones because you already have 3 ones there.
Yeah.
What's your
What's the
so how much agility do you have?
5?
Okay, so what I've been saying is the first dice that list are your base, then your skill, then your gear. So that first roll that's got the 3 ones, that's your base dice. So if you push, you would be taking 3 points of fatigue. So you're already taking that if you push. And then you'll be rolling 6 more dice. And two of those could still cause you damage or cause you fatigue.
So I could potentially lose 5 fatigue at once.
Yeah. You're already, if you push, you're for sure taking 3.
No.
Okay. Back to the rats. Let's see.
I'm great at rolling ones today.
Let's see. Wow. So I'll just do an attack on this dude right here. The one standing next to him. That'll be a hit.
I'm gonna get coup de
2
grace.
damage. And then Sling will go after Crowder. Crowder will try to defend, I suppose. Wait, no, that's only fight on fight, isn't it? Well, Crowder is now broken as well.
Wait, did
Who
he
has
roll armor?
Oh, I keep forgetting armor. Thank you. Nope, doesn't help. And
Guys, we're all gonna die.
I think Mags will shoot at McCloud now. Yeah, I think she'll shoot at McCloud. That'll be 7d6.
Oh, by the way, Melissa, that was like less than 1% chance you had of rolling no 6s. There's at
Yay.
least
Yay for
7.
me.
There's at least 7 zeros before you get to a number.
I rolled 7d6s and didn't get any, so that's,
but
that's not bad.
also less than 1%.
And then, does he charge at McCloud or does he coup de grace? I think he's going to charge at McCloud. I don't really like coup de grace while there's other viable targets. All right.
I'll defend this one.
Well, I got to hit first, which I do. So roll your defense. This takes your action on your next turn. If you do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll a fight check. And that will go ahead and block it for sure. Okay, and then the
Good job.
cats will go. So remembering the booze trick that you all were doing, they'll go ahead and do the same. I think this cat that's still alive, the super cat in the back, I don't remember which one this is in terms of names, but
Arlo
Givens. We'll go ahead and finish off this rat. And then there's a whole mess load of just bodies. So we'll say Crowder will go ahead and do the same thing you all been doing. We'll drink a bit of booze. And that's going to go away in 6 hours because he's got a hell of a constitution. And then he'll take his second. We'll go ahead to back up a little bit here. And that'll be the cats. And I think that's it. We'll say... Let's see. All right, we'll say one of them has booze as well to do your bit of goodness, and then they will do the same thing and start backing up. All right, Helena, what do you want to do? It's a bloodbath.
It is.
It's a
My
bloodbath.
gosh.
I gave you guys the map. Plenty of time to scout, and I like the attempt, but boy, is it. I like how someone had a firecracker, and then the firecracker never ended up being used, really.
Yeah, they never got minuses to their attacks.
Yeah, that's my bad. All right, so you got a heal on who? You're muted, Ashley.
Crowder.
Crowder.
One heal on Crowder.
Cool. Heal go to. Thank you. Got it. And then Tchaikovsky.
Which, Derek, you're also muted, by the way.
Jeez, I'm going to shoot mags with my sling, which I readied last turn.
Gotcha.
Jesus.
You got
Well,
one. You got
You
one.
got a hit. You got one.
What's the damage on your sling? Just one?
Yeah, it's 1.
Okay.
So that would be my first action. I guess I would ready my sling again for the next turn.
Let me
As
roll-
my second action.
Let me roll her armor.
No.
All right, I'll just go.
I knew
Never-
that was gonna happen too. I was like, I shouldn't roll this.
Fuck these dice. Buy a second web camera and put it on an actual like rolling mat and roll physical dice.
We could. But it's hard to find a webcam these days. Okay,
It's true.
Cujo.
I'm gonna maneuver right here.
Okay. You're gonna just climb on top of her.
Flop on mags.
Okay.
No, I'll where was I? Right here.
Yeah.
I'll come back here.
Okay. Done. Crawling back into all the bodies. McCloud, you got one in front of you.
Disappointing day.
I lost my action because I defended last turn.
You got to
so
maneuver though.
I'll maneuver.
All right. What do you want to do?
I'll just back it up a bit.
Okay. And then Hamill.
Yep. So I basically, because I only shot at her last time, so basically my second would have been to ready so that I can shoot again. So I'm going to spend 1 to do hunter.
I thought you did the hunter thing. Oh, it's just if you're spending an animal power, isn't it an animal power in action?
Not always. Sometimes it's like an additive effect.
It depends. I mean,
How do you know?
It should tell you whether it's
It should
enhancing.
tell you.
It's E, yeah.
If it's enhancing, you're fine. Yeah.
Okay. So I already chose my prey, so I'm not sure that I need to choose the prey again. So I'm attacking the prey, so I'm going to spend 1 feral point this time.
Okay. Roll
So
a
I'm gonna
d6.
roll for the feral point to spend.
Okay, you're
Alright.
good. Roll your attack.
So then it's going to be 8 this time. Got one.
If she rolls a 6, I swear.
Come on.
Waiting
do
for
it.
the
Okay,
armor
that's
roll.
good.
Thank you.
Damage goes through. Damage goes through.
1 damage.
Got it. All right. Done. Actually, I could just put it on her. She's got her own. She's got her own. Okay. She's not a very strong lady. Okay. Rat's next. I think this one's going to charge after McCloud. We'll say Mags.
Get him! Get that little doggy!
And then he's going to charge it after you. And then he will try to hit you with his machete. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 dice. And that'll be misses. And then we'll have the one with the sling will load and fire at the last cat on the front line. That's 5d6 to fire. We'll miss. And then load. Does she want to do anything else? Nah. She'll load and she'll also fire at the last remaining cat on the front line. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 1 hits, 2 damage. Down goes Frazier. Actually, wait. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Not quite. I was wrong. All right. Then the cats will go next. This one will go ahead and charge at Mags. You're going to see that Crowder is going to switch out for his revolver. And then he will start... he will use his second action to maneuver over by that log. This cat will charge over to where McCloud is and will attempt to help out McCloud with an attack. And we'll do so, which will be enough to take out that one. Knock that one down. A lot of broken folks on the ground. Okay. Helena. Actually, I forgot to. I get a roll on. I get the roll on Mags to attack Mags. But Helena, yeah, go ahead while it's thinking.
Ooh, and you hit.
Yep.
I am going to move. Cujo is broken, so I get
Mags is also broken.
Ooh.
She only had 2 strength. She has a lot of it. She's only got 2 strength.
Is she an elder like me?
She's an older lady, yeah.
Oh, that would do it.
Twinsies.
I should have done it the other way. I have.
Because she's special, I'll roll that. I'm not gonna do that for all the filler, the fodder, but I'll roll it for her. So she's got some broken fingers.
So this is my base die for heal, and then.
So just so you guys know, just don't forget that you can try to dominate to end a fight. Like, you can always try to attempt a dominate roll, that kind of stuff, to end fights as well. You don't have to. This doesn't have to be like literally lead to the death. Like, you have a bunch of broken people. Anyone who's got an X on them is broken, not dead, broken. Anyone we deleted, because I think we had 1 dead one that we killed.
Yeah.
And that's that.
If we get Cujo healed, he's our best at dominating.
I got Cujo 2 heal points.
From.
So I rolled because I rolled and it was taking forever. So I rolled my base die, and then I rolled my heal.
Okay. So I see the 6s. It's the 4d6. Is that what it was, or the 5d6?
The 4 is my base die, and then the 5 is my points and heal because I get +2 because he's broken.
Okay, so he gets 2. So he gets 1 up. Got it. And then you add an extra strength back. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Tchaikovsky.
Since Mags is down, I'm going to shoot my sling or my rock at the other rat that's up also with the sling.
Go for it. That will hit. The long shot, but he got it. Donk. Right off the head.
Ow! Ow!
And then my second action will be loading another rock.
Fair enough. Cujo. You're looking around. It's carnage everywhere. It's animal on animal violence. What do you want to do?
I'll try and end the fight with a dominate check.
Okay, so there's one that's up and still standing and fighting. Everyone else is on the ground and is feeling pretty terrible.
But, okay, so I'm going to maneuver first.
Okay.
Right in front of Mags. And I'm going to kind of position myself over her, even though my thigh is bleeding and my intestines are busted. And I'm going to say, this is over. If you don't call off your boys, you will all be finished.
Okay. Roll your dominant.
All ones, baby. Ones all the way down.
That's a success.
Yay!
All right, let me roll her. Since you're trying to get her to call it off. Let's see. Sense emotion is instinct. She's got 0. I'm sorry. She's got 3 instinct, because that's right, and she's got 1 in sense emotion. But I will say I'll give her a negative mod because she's down and everything. So I'll drop that skill, and we'll just roll her straight up 3. That is 1 success, and she'll look up at you and she'll say,
As long as you're running with cats, you're going down.
Right?
And that counts as my action, right? I can't just finish her
you
off.
rolled.
I can't just coup de grace her right
You
there
can't.
after she spits in my face.
Yeah.
All right.
McCloud.
So be it.
I'm gonna maneuver in closer.
Okay.
Double maneuver.
All right. Double maneuver. Okay. Remember, you can move 10 and then whatever.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I have to use both to close distance.
Got it. It's just a blood that. And Hamill.
Hamill's just going to move a little bit. She didn't get many stones earlier, so she's just going to move closer and see if she's needed.
All right. I'm going to say, hearing and seeing like what you're doing, like how you're right next to Mags, I'm going to say this one up here is going to... They're not going to fight to the death. This one's going to run away. Like seeing, it literally has a bird's eye view of everything on this fight and seeing everyone's dead. This one's going to double maneuver, and it's going to get the hell out of Dodge at this point. So something like that. Start running away. And all the while, like Mags laying on the ground, like kind of,
You coward! You coward! You are!
yeah, something like that. And then this cat is going to do what you were going to do and is going to go ahead and attempt a coup de grace. Of course. And then, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is Crowder going to shoot the runner with his revolver?
No, I got something other in mind. I got something else in mind with him. He's going to move up next to McCloud, and then with his revolver, he's going to take a shot and trying to shoot her in the head. Nope, that's not the right person. I have too many character sheets. 3 bonus die, short range, 2 damage, 2 in agility, or 2 in shoot, 5 agility. Has to take, so that's 7.
Damn, this guy's got a lot of strength and agility.
10 D. He doesn't have any much strength anymore. 10 D6. Got 1.
That's all you needed.
Just needed the 1. And so he's gonna hold the revolver out, and he's gonna say, "Duck Arlo." Oh wait, duck Arlo. And then Arlo will duck down, and then he'll say, "Hey Max, it's been revoked," and then he's gonna shoot her right in the head. And then you see her brain just kind of blow out behind, and this fat mouse just deflates. All right.
So much for that diplomatic immunity, right?
Diplomatic immunity. All right. So you've got all these different rats around who are nearing death. We are well past. We are about 10 minutes past our stop time. We will deal with the fallout from this once we play again. So when are we gonna play again? So we're gonna stop.
I think it was a Saturday session next time.
Let me get my. What did we say? There were 3 dates in May that we were looking at. I know.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Let's see. That was long.
Friday.
Oh, the 15th. Yeah.
Or Saturday the 23rd.
Okay, so Friday the 15th. So Derek, it says you're good for the 15th?
Yeah, I'm good for the 15th.
Logan, you're good for the 15th still?
Yeah.
Okay. And Ashley, you're good for the 15th. That's going to be later, though. That's going to be the 6. Is it the 6 o'clock? What time are we starting?
I'm good whenever on Friday.
Derek?
6 works for me.
Okay. What about you, Ashley?
6 would be perfect. I'm off by 5.
Okay. So we'll play next Friday at 6 Pacific, 8 Central on this channel. So we're not going to be here on Saturday. We'll be here on Friday. And yeah, right? That's it, I think.
And
Yeah.
Roll20 owes us better dice rolls.
I think the
Yeah,
dice were fine.
we've those rolls were asinine.
I just missed dice jail. Like, you have failed me. Goodbye.
Yeah, you can't really do that digitally, right? You can't be like,
You
well,
are the weakest link.
Yeah.
I'm picking up Mags's crossbow since I'm the closest.
absolutely, that's fine. Yeah, we'll siphon through. There's plenty of machetes and things like that to go through.
Yeah.
But that'll be that. Let's close this stream down then. So go ahead and, if you want, on Sunday, I'm going to be playing in a Shadowrun game over on twitch.tv/notoriousdmg. That's going to be on at 7 Pacific, 9 Central. On Monday, back on our channel, Melissa and I will be playing. I'll be GMing. Melissa will be playing in a Heart, the City Beneath game. That'll be at 7 Pacific, 9 Central. And then our weekly podcast, audio only, drops on Monday as well, anywhere you get podcasts. And so that's about it. So we're all done with that long, drawn-out cat versus rat battle. So let's see. Let's raid. Let's see. Did they get their Grim and Perilous Blaze? I guess they're up with that. So I'm going to go ahead and raid over. I know they're playing mutantyearzero over on Grim and Perilous Blaze. So let's go ahead and give them a raid and keep the mutantyearzero train going.
Thanks for hanging with us, though.
Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out.
Right.
And hang out just a few seconds longer as we go and watch more mutantyearzero.